Hello and welcome to this episode of There Be Dragons. I am your Dungeon Master, Matthew. Let's go round the table, introduce the players and the characters they play. To my right is...
Hello, I am Angela and I play Abella.
Hi, I'm Keren and I play Rhylind Westfall, who has got a slight head cold today, so if she sounds more deep and manly than usual, that's why.
Or it could be more deep and manly.
Well, she could just be more deep and manly because she's a very manly woman. She hits things with other things.
In the break, she just had her bar mitzvah.
I have issues with that stereotype of men.
Don't stereotype.
Because you've never hit something with something, have you, Josh?
I've never.
As a woman who likes
Have
hitting
you never
things with
hit
other
anything?
things.
Of course I have.
Okay, good. I was going to say, my lord.
I hit things with things all the time. I've got my shed just out there, but also hit people occasionally.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
Two or three times in my entire life, maybe.
Okay.
Only when necessary. I'm Josh Walker, and I play Skairn and Fellspar, your friendly neighborhood.
We're doing this, are we?
Well, she didn't.
Oh, so if I don't do it, you're just going to
Next
jump
time,
on
can
that.
we all do it?
Let's go back.
All right, let's do this from the top. Come on.
No, I'm your salty sea captain, Tristan Doust. And I play Charles Roughhouse, second of his name.
And I'm everyone's favourite Tom Moore. Tom Moore playing Nezor Valghoorlis.
You're not my favourite Tom Moore.
Everyone's favourite.
Agree, and he is actually my favorite Tom Moore.
Yeah, he's my favourite Tom Moore too. Anyway, let's get to the story. Deep beneath the earth, in the most secure bank vaults of Rattou, you gaze upon the black-winged angel standing resplendent on an unknown Euclidean. To your eyes, she seems to stand on nothing at all. Her face is serene, but there is a skeletal aspect to it. Her hands, feet and wings are bleached bone, bare to the world, and as you gaze upon her, Nezor, you feel a wash of calm and restfulness go over you.
So the wing bones are there, but
Yeah, the wing bones are there, but so are the feathers. She holds a scythe in one hand and what looks like a lantern in the other, and she is just floating there. But you are the only one who can see this.
now you say angel, like human-sized angel?
Yes.
Okay,
Possibly slightly larger. Like, she'd give Charlie a good run for her money.
sure. Can I look away?
Yeah, you absolutely can, but you do start to yawn.
Okay.
How is Hrosh reacting?
He is keening again, and he's looking at the metal bars that are running the length of this room. There is that deterioration that you saw previously, where like the metal is starting to flake off, and there is like a low hum in this room. This stone appears to be draining whatever is in the runes or the defensive properties of this space.
When you said when this lodestone's come through, it's like sheared bits off and stuff.
Yeah.
Would Charlie be able to get a chunk of it like he was
You'd have to
wanting
cross
do?
the other room, but yes.
Yeah, so Charlie would like, might I borrow your hammer?
Well, just
Yes.
for a second, don't take me with you.
You can get down.
Do I recognize this angel at all?
No.
Cool. Well, I'm guessing I would look a bit out of it, and if I felt Charlie move, I'd just be like, and like get down to the ground.
Yeah, that horrible feeling of like
Once I step into it.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's like it's going up to your chest. I need you to do a Constitution save.
Cool. Well, it wouldn't go up to my chest if it was up to other
The
people.
feelings
Oh, feeling
up
would.
to your
Okay.
chest.
Con save. That's all right.
I monitor,
16.
That's fine.
I monitor him being put down. Do I see any outward sign of him suffering distress?
Yeah, he's starting to shiver.
Yeah.
Well, I'd definitely still be looking out towards this, almost like head cocked a little bit, being like, that's the thing. But like the way it happened, I would almost assume other people can't see it.
I would say, your pardon, my friend, and sort of hoik you out.
Well, I guess as he pulls me up, I'd be like, you can't see the angel, can you?
I said, no angel, where?
Caught in the middle. This whole room, I feel like I've seen it before. I haven't seen the angel before.
Yeah, as you say, like angel for like the third time, it looks at you.
Yeah, I was waiting for that.
And I check with Hrosh. Can he roll a perception, or
Yeah, sure, he can roll a perception, but
I
can't see it? No, that's a not. Yeah, that's definitely a not. 7. With advantage.
And
That's
'cause,
bad.
yeah, Charlie's
4 or
walking
1.
across the way as well with the hammer.
Yeah.
I handed it to you, yeah.
As you do, one of these specters sort of like recognizes you and just goes to walk towards you and puts its hands up and then just sort of fades into nothing and disappears. Like,
I recognize them.
no, it's not someone you recognize, but it is sort of like they noticed you.
Yeah, okay.
So I
These goddamn ghost slaves. It's just...
Where were we going?
Not keen on them.
We were coming here to destroy something so that it was safe to be in here.
I'm a little worried about this angel Nezor just mentioned.
you said I feel peaceful, right?
Yes.
And that doesn't change when she looks at me?
You know, you could just lie down, close your eyes, and drift off, and that'd be fine.
So I sort of I don't know how I'm holding him, like size-wise. He would be what an 8-year-old to me.
Something like that, yeah.
So it would be a. I would have picked him up under his arms, and now I'm just sort of. This is a little awkward. I don't want to put you on my hip, but I lift him up onto my shoulders, and I say, "Now, Nezor, keep talking to me." Like I've obviously noticed he's a limp. Well, not limp, but
distracted at least.
I was like, Nezor, stay focused. What is she doing? Can you describe her?
She's just looking at me. But I feel...
Was she always looking at you?
No.
And what do you feel like?
Kind of, you know...
Because you feel very relaxed.
Sleep's a good idea.
Don't go to sleep.
Don't go to sleep, Nezor.
Don't go to sleep.
Could you describe this being for me?
Well, she's probably a little bigger than Charlie.
Yeah. Is she
Uh,
armed?
well, she hasn't got hands exactly. She does have a scythe.
A scythe. Traditionally the symbol of death.
This doesn't sound like an angel to me, to be honest.
She's got like wings and feathers, but there's no flesh on the feathers.
Yeah.
On the wings, the feathers,
Nezor,
and no
don't
flesh on the.
Go to sleep.
Is this a thing that,
Sure.
like, Charlie would hear?
I imagine so. It's not like it's a
Huge room?
It's not a huge room. It's a sizable room, but it's not.
Might I do... I mean, I'm not trained in religion, but...
Yeah.
Might I do a religion check at least?
Sure.
Oh, that's only an 8.
I might do...
8's a little bit. But put it this way, you can infer this is probably some kind of
I got even less than 8, so no luck here.
religious.
I feel like I would probably have
Affiliated.
be the most likely to know this.
Just from where you're from, yeah.
Yeah.
Scan's not going to roll for it.
Yeah, it's like I haven't done a check, but I didn't recognize it.
Can I have advantage because I live here?
No.
All right.
I mean,
I've already
out of
said it.
character,
Yeah.
my assumption is it's the Lady of Bones, and she's one of the big 5.
Yes, Lady of Bones is one of those deities. However, does not sound
No.
descriptively like the
Okay,
Lady of Bones.
cool.
Because like I would recognize. The
That's
Lady of
what it
Bones.
was. That's what I was looking for. Whether it was the Lady of Bones. Or
Yeah. Scan, the Lady of Bones is actually venerated in the north. It's just it's not a religious figure. It's very, very much kept to like the alderman.
Sure. So, but
You would have potentially some kind of knowledge about it. So
Okay.
roll a check.
That's a 15.
Okay,
For
yeah.
religion.
This sounds like one of the collectors of the Lady of Bones. Just the description.
What do I know of them? Are they like they come for people presumably?
Yeah, they kind of. I guess if
an angel of death.
We're
talking kind of
think-
like Valkyries?
we're talking sort of like Valkyries. Yeah, that would be.
I only know Valkyries from Thor, Ragnarok, so...
they fly the souls to the afterworld.
Basically flying around the battle.
They they go out to battlefields and pick the bravest warriors to sit at Odin's table in Valhalla.
Aw,
Yeah.
that's kind of nice.
So they're basically they're couriers
they-
of souls to where they
Yeah.
belong.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably
So,
your.
could you sign for your soul, please? Just so we can confirm receipt.
The thing that kind of clued you into that was the fact that Nezor, I'm assuming, mentioned the fact that she was holding a scythe, but she was also holding a lamp, and also the fact that she's very
I
skeletal.
didn't talk the lamp. Yeah.
He didn't mention the lamp.
Well, we can assume that he did.
Okay.
And she's holding a lamp.
Yeah, but yeah, she's still just looking at you.
Not that I'm... This may not be a good idea, but could you try saying something to her, Nezor?
Yeah.
Sing
Would
to
you be
her, that always
comfortable?
works.
What did you do in the dream?
I threw a rock or two, and then I woke up.
A rock into what? What?
Into a
you tell
lake.
us-
The area
has
I
he told
can
us about
see.
this dream?
No, it's
No.
just a dream. The area that kind of it would fit in as the octagonal area was a lake, and I skipped rocks along it. And then one didn't quite skip, and there was something under the lake, and that was about it.
And you don't know what the thing under the lake was?
No.
What night was this? When did you dream this?
The night of the Aurora.
All of that's tying together interestingly, because that's when this happened.
Yeah.
All of that screams to me, Nezor, don't go to sleep. This sounds like one of the gatherers of the Lady of Bones. The fact that you've, if I'm inferring, would it be logical to infer that given that he's the only one that can see her, she's here for him?
You could infer that, sure.
As in, like, if I rolled an insight check.
Yeah, you roll an insight check, and then I'll tell you what you infer.
That's an 18.
Possibly that's one interpretation. You're not sold on that idea, because if she was here for Nezor, you think there would have been some kind of interaction, perhaps?
Charlie will yell across the room like, or maybe she is talking to him through his dreams. That's why he's getting sleepy.
True.
Well, I'll try talking to her first. So I'm just like, hello?
Hello.
It's a good start.
Do we hear anything?
No.
Well, she spoke back. Yeah, she said hello back. How come only I can see you?
You are a seeker.
I'm a seeker, apparently.
A seeker of what?
A seeker of what?
You seek knowledge.
Yeah, that makes sense. Knowledge, but I guess you guys knew that.
Oh yeah, alright.
Also a goth.
So, like, did you know I was coming here, or is this just fortunate and I can see you anyway?
Our meeting is inevitable.
Sweet. Apparently this was always going to happen, guys.
Good. Fate.
Love it.
Alright.
So, does that mean you're here to give me knowledge, or am I being tested?
No. I am here to bring rest to the restless.
That's nice.
What's nice?
Cool. So she just happens to be here. Like, yes, we were always supposed to be here. I'm always supposed to be here, apparently. But she's not here for me. She's here for those who are supposed to have gone already. So...
Oh, good.
Not to be self-involved, but is that any of us?
No, it's the ghost slaves that these barbarians have kept locked.
I just want to check, because technically I was meant to be executed.
Let's not say that in front of people that take souls to where they belong.
Yeah, well, if she's going to come for me, she'll already know that. She's not going to be
You're still alive. There are people who aren't alive here. I
just want to check.
So I would assume you mean the ghost, but a friend of mine is worried she may have supposed to have died already.
I am not here for your friends.
No, she's not here for you, Rhylind. It's fine.
It's like a very casual conversation to have with a
Another will come for them in time.
Yeah, I mean, that happens to all of us.
Sorry, what? Sorry, what?
Oh, you're all going to die eventually.
Oh, no,
I mean,
that's
yeah.
fair. Yeah.
Okay. Can you ask her if there's a way to release the souls?
Yeah, that was my next question.
Yeah.
Look, we've come down here, and maybe you know already, because somebody was having a problem with the things that are, down here. So we've been told to fix it somehow. Is there any way we can help you with that and get them along their way?
I am forbidden to interfere, and the protections here are strong.
Sure. So she can't do anything because of the magical protections.
Do you know where we have to go?
Do you know where we would have to go to turn them off?
She points downwards, roughly in a triangle.
Like there were
Yeah,
three
yeah,
things
there are
to
three
destroy.
things, but yeah.
So I guess if that's what you're here for, then who are you?
My name is Whisper of a Secret Lover's Name, as she falls doomed to die on the rocks.
Is that your name or just your...
Yes.
Okay. I'm guessing it's onomatopoeic.
No.
No. Her name is not...
That's what I was implying, yeah.
No, it just sounds like it.
Fuck you, Steve!
If it is easier to your mortal sensibilities, You may call me Whisper.
Okay. Well, I guess if I'm seeking knowledge, is there anything else I should know?
Your arrival here was no mean accident. I require your assistance. Help me, and I shall give you the boon of an answer to a single question.
Okay. Guys, anyone got a really good question? You don't need it right away.
Are you feeling still sleepy?
You are.
That's not the question.
No.
No, apparently if we help her, which we were going to do anyway, so that's nice, we get to ask her one question.
Cool.
What's the meaning of life, the universe, and everything?
I feel like it's probably just you.
I
Scan,
get to ask her one
you
question.
would know this. The Lady of Bones is a goddess of death, but she's also a goddess of secrets.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very hard to pry those secrets from the goddess.
Right.
So it's entirely possible the knowledge that she would contain is vast.
I mean, my immediate thought is the nature of the thing we mucked around with in Orim. Sort of a cleverly worded question surrounding that. But let's do the thing first. And that's cool. And she's definitely good for it because the goddess she represents is the goddess of secrets.
Yeah.
Now I'm wondering, just because you being the whole sleepy Nezor is not as useful as your usual non-sleepy self, if you look away from her,
I just turn my head around a bit and...
The effect lessens a little bit, but it's like waking up.
Yeah.
okay, so the further we get you away from her, she's chilling out here until we open up the things, yeah?
Well,
so.
Once you look back, she's gone. That whole, like, fractured sort of reality thing that you had going on is just sort of broken. Like,
well, she's not there anymore, but I'm guessing she's still around.
Yeah. Oh, good.
So Charlie was about to try and break a bit off of
he's
this
just sitting there with a hammer, like...
Sorry, Charlie, go ahead.
No, but then I'm like sitting there looking around and there's like magic coursing into it. Might I make a check to see
if this is advisable?
How wise a choice would this be? I can see like magic coursing into it.
Make a wisdom check then.
Yeah. That's a 1. Yeah, no, that's fine. So that...
Honestly, you're not sure.
Yeah, so that's a 9.
Can I make an intelligence check? Can I make do I think what he's about to do is a good idea based on my knowledge of the things involved?
Yeah, you can do that.
That would would grant me advantage if you succeed.
Nope. No.
Wow,
guys, I don't think you should hit this wall.
I'm starting to think you guys should hit this thing.
I mean, you're welcome to make a intelligence check.
Look, you are...
Yeah, whatever, I'm making it.
No.
17.
You can work off the previous roll.
That's what I'm saying, so I'm making an attack against.
Oh, okay. Sure.
So that's a 17.
With the hammer.
Plus 8.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm sort of where a piece is sheared off.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to take a point. So just...
Yeah.
Are you proficient with warhammers?
Probably not. So then it would be plus 5.
Not to spit on your bonfire.
No, it's 22 then, as opposed
still
to...
plenty.
Yeah, like you got some other weapon.
Roll damage.
It's a D10 if you're double-handing it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's 6 points of damage.
Okay, now make a dex save.
So 3...
Oh, God.
Plus 8. So 11.
Okay, you're going to take 3 points of damage as when you hit, there is this moment where you sort of hear like a keening wail and you're just repelled back.
Okay, yep.
The hammer is steaming in your hands.
And what's this thing look like?
It's taken a little bit of damage, but it would be like...
Surface damage.
Surface level, like it's not... This is probably the smallest, weakest looking offshoot of this stone.
Yeah.
And it is just... If you hadn't hit it, you wouldn't know.
Okay.
Does standing near it, do you feel the same feeling that you get from the mist?
I don't believe so.
Do I?
When you get closer to it, it starts to get worse, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that one's just me. So the mist, you all feel it.
You two may roll a perception check, though.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. 12. Can Hrosh?
12's
on
enough,
my shoulder.
but I'm waiting for
Okay.
you.
Well, it's a 14 plus, so...
Okay. Yeah, the stone is what's generating the mist.
Yeah, right.
This mist is leaking out from between where the stone has been sheared off from this metal.
Huh.
So I want to try one more thing then. So if it didn't like being damaged, might I make a strength check to try and break it off?
Sure, you'll be doing it at a disadvantage, but you can.
I'm not helping, I'm stepping back.
So that's not much. That's 7.
It does not budge.
Yeah, okay.
I don't
Fine.
think I can touch the stuff anyway.
I just sort of pat it, like, okay. Next time.
Shall we proceed and just do the thing?
Also, was there any loose bits on the ground?
No.
Okay.
So what shape is it? Is it like jagged?
It is jagged. It was already kind of jagged in the shape.
Sort of thing?
Sort of like
Yes.
crystalline structure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
sort of
what I'm-
crystalline, but it's more like when cheese goes through a cheese press, it sort of like spreads out in different directions.
Oh, sure.
It's got like those kinds of offshoots where it's hit this
Organic a
cage.
little?
Not so much. It's like the stone became a liquid
Ah.
and then
okay.
reset
All
almost.
right. I'm with you.
Yeah, where it's been sheared off, it's leaking this mist into the space, and
That's interesting.
the ghosts are a lot more defined the closer. Like they're already pretty closely defined, and they seem to be capable of at least noticing you. Mm-hmm. But they are far more defined the closer you get to this stone.
I feel like almost the way to solve this would be to stop that stone leaking that mist.
I'm more of the opinion that the stone is something separate, and what it's done is broken the anti-magic stuff, and that is forming as mist, rather than the mist being a problem itself.
Was leaking out of the columns?
It's leaking out of the stone that's gone through and been shredded by the metal banding. So where it's come apart, mist is coming from that area.
It's
Coming from the stone.
Yeah.
but it's sort of
Only in the parts where it's
broken.
torn through the metal.
Essentially, the way we would fix the mist is by removing the stone, and that doesn't seem to be an option.
Yeah.
Also true.
Is there a version of Glad Wrap in this world?
No, plastic doesn't exist.
Not magical. Not non-magical. Let's
I'm just saying, Matthew, you've already established
Let's-
plastic doesn't exist.
let's deal with the soul situation that we came here to deal with.
Yes, freeing the slaves.
And then when it comes to fixing the longer problems, we'll do that now that we know a little bit more about the problem.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a ghost joke about Emancipation Proclamation somewhere, but I can't.
Let's not make jokes about slavery.
What is Abella and Rhylind doing?
Honestly, I'm just trying not to get covered in ghost salt.
That's not happening. There isn't any of that at the moment.
Just trying to stay out of everyone's way. Probably observing some of the ghosts, seeing if I can pick up on any interesting patterns, seeing if any of them are watching us.
Occasionally, it's like their eyes meet yours. It's like someone seeing someone across the crowd that they know, and then it just dissipates them. They're not instantiated really long enough to be able to have a meaningful interaction.
But do I get the sense that they would?
If they could, they would, and they have tried with Charlie. It's almost like if someone was caught in the way of someone on a warpath, where they sort of went, oh, hey, and then just kind of got dissolved as a result. The general interaction that you're having with them is purely like visual. They're not approaching you to do anything. They're not trying to hurt you. Presumably, you're not trying to hurt them. They don't make sound, unlike the other ghosts that you encountered.
Shall we proceed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Rylind's holding her axe with both hands. And
Hrosh has actually seen her and is mimicking.
What's she doing? She's like looking around.
just looking from ghost to ghost. Just
And-
trying to keep an eye on everything at once.
And he is perked up on my shoulder after having watched her, and is sort of doing the same thing of his head moving quite sharply from place to place, looking, and every now and again looking over at Rhylind, and then continuing doing it like he's like, okay, that's what we do. All right.
Ghosts and stuff.
Obviously, there are the doors on the outside of this circular room that you could potentially go into, but that would not be where you are apparently needed to go.
We're heading down.
Given we're standing in the not feeling great mist,
Yeah.
want to finish this.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's move on.
So you descend the staircase, and there are 8 vaults, which doesn't really track with you because you were told the vault numbers were 3, 5, and 9.
Yeah.
And it takes you a minute to work it out, but there is like a ledger in the center of the room on a pedestal, and you're pretty certain that that central area must lift up because it is slightly raised and there is a very well-defined groove around it. So clearly that's probably the most important vault. There are no markings on any of these doors, so to give you an idea of...
Well, the angel did point in...
Yes. So, yeah.
So I would have a rough idea,
Yeah.
but depending on how close vaults are.
So there are 2 doors that have been indicated to you, one to your left, one to your right, and then obviously she's pointing down at the last one.
Right.
Now that you're where she was, you can kind of work that out. So yeah, you know what doors you need to open.
Okay. Well, I would kind of be like, well, she pointed in these directions, but then also you said down. Like,
Yes.
one is down. So these 2,
3 and 5.
yeah, and then 9, I'm guessing, is
The middle one.
super max.
Shall we deal with 3 and 5 before we deal with 9?
Yes.
Is there anything else you'd like to do in this section before you open a door?
Like to have a look around.
Are there ghosts down here?
No, but the mist is here, but it's dissipated.
That's pretty much what I was looking for, was any kind of runes or extra magical stuff that's different to where we were, because this is the more secure stuff. So I guess I'm doing a perception/arcana kind of looky aroundy feely thing.
How's the stone?
An investigation. The stone is the same stone you've seen everywhere else. Is there any
It's not
specific?
degraded?
No.
That's my question. Yeah.
Quick little investigation, shall we? That is a whole lot of 10.
You look at these different doors and you go like, well, they've clearly got magical bindings. As you approach them, you hear like the faintest sort of click. The field sort of deactivates.
For the ones we're going towards, or
Yeah, the
all
ones
of
you
them?
go towards, they sort of open. You're pretty certain the thing that you have is like a master key.
Okay.
You're pretty certain it's the amulet that's doing this.
Probably still shouldn't
Yeah.
touch it. So I guess I'd relay that and be like, well,
Yeah.
it's all unlocking for us.
There is one other thing that catches your eye, is that this ledger appears to have a list of everyone who has an account.
Ooh.
Yeah, I put Nezor down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Snoopy time.
Within just this room here?
The entire bank.
I slowly approach to the pedestal without actually touching it, but I get real close and does anything happen?
No, you just approach it. You notice that the book is chained to the pedestal, but it's like just walking up. It's like a, what do they call them? A pulpit.
Yep.
That holds a book, but it is chained to. It's got a handy index on it, though. Different years, different. Like you could, if you wanted to, find reference for like withdrawals and deposits, etc., when it was done, that sort of stuff. Who owns what vault?
Could you search surnames?
Yes.
I'm going to reach out, lightly touch it, and then pull my finger back.
It's paper. It's fine.
Okay, cool. All right, step up to it.
Can you search for specific vaults?
Yes. The index is pretty comprehensive. Any kind of metric you're looking for is pretty much covered.
All right, what do we want to look up? What's going to be the most useful information for us?
I want to know who's got the vaults down here.
Right, so that's
5 and 9.
Well, I would assume the bank does, if they're the ones with the stuff in here. But if not, what are we walking into? And also, who has stuff that is so worth protecting with all of this?
3 and 5 are owned by the bank.
Yeah.
And is it just you that's reading this book?
No, I'm reading over a shoulder.
Okay. So
I'll be standing guard-ish.
the last vault doesn't actually have an owner listed. It's an unlisted vault.
Unlisted.
Unlisted secret vault.
Interesting.
I'm checking out the walls and presumably the doors are solid and I can't see through them. They're not cages or anything.
No, they are made of a...
How they are opened.
Well, as you approach, they click.
Complicated lock.
Yeah, like you feel like if you push them, they'd probably just open.
I don't yet, but I do look over my shoulder and I'm like, shall I?
Which one are you at? Number
I'm at
3?
three.
Or? Okay. Shall we have a game plan of some
Did you
kind?
see what you've got? The owner is the bank. Does it say what's in there?
Family heirloom, ship in a bottle.
Ship in a bottle,
Yeah.
apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm expecting Sea Ghost again.
I'm saying back this
The
time.
souls from a sunken ship.
Well, some of them look like bank employees. A lot of them look like people doing. I'm imagining this like the.
Yeah, but that's the ones who are working in the vault, as far as I can see.
These are the
I'm talking
Guardians.
security
Yeah, maybe.
would be.
How about 5?
5 has a hammer listed.
Interesting.
Shall I don't. Well, look, we know how to deal with 3.
Look, there's not really. I mean, we're going to have to deal with all of them anyway, so there's not really much difference in which we do first, right?
No.
All right, well, why don't we
We'll
just
go
do
3.
3 first?
All right. Well, I'll open 3.
I'm going to stand reasonably far back, bow at the ready.
Yeah, stop looking so attractive. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I can't help it.
Well, you could actually. Maybe we could like do something.
What
that
if I
make it
pull
look
this face?
uglier. No, don't do that. That's better. That's hideous. Don't do that.
That's scary.
Yeah, James hates this one.
I'm sure he does. I do too.
I call it the many chins.
Yeah. Perhaps could we like disguise her in some way?
Nah, like that was just Tom being silly. I don't think it's an actual issue.
No, I don't.
I mean,
I think the ghost was just like women.
do any of you have?
also, I
No.
sang to it. So
The
I think,
ghost sang
I
the
think
song that he would sing to his lover.
Well, he was singing it anyway. She just joined in.
I just joined in, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well then, let's not sing at him this time.
Oh, you sure? It worked out so well for me last
Well,
time.
look, it worked out well for the rest of us.
Hey, if you want to have ghost sex.
No.
Doesn't
Can
Can you
matter.
imagine the
I'm
salt?
sure there is pottery wheel around here somewhere.
Oh,
I mean,
that's not a reference in this world.
could we not talk about Abella's sex life?
You know, I'm on Charlie's side here. Can we not talk about my sex life?
Can we talk about your ghost sex life?
No. Also no.
Can we talk about your marriage?
All right, let's open this vault then.
Yep. So the door opens, and there is a small plinth that's been set up. It's of the same coppery material. It has runes inscribed on it. It has bands that run in 3 directions off of it, equidistant in the center of this like 25-foot square room. One runs to the left, one runs to the right, one runs behind it. And there's this ship in a bottle. It looks like...
Is it a real ship floating in a real ocean?
Yeah.
Is it small?
It looks like a ship in a storm.
Yeah. Is it in action? Is it in movement?
Yes.
I don't want to break it.
Really? Because that was my first impulse.
It was mine too, but I
What was
don't.
our goals here again? Are we meant to retrieve the items or
No,
just like
just stop them being a thing. I think destruction was the idea.
cool?
I believe destruction was the last course. I think they wanted us to get the ghosts in control and, at worst, destroy them. Because he said he could just get more souls to enslave.
Well, I'm partial to destruction because old mate Whisper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
but
yes,
also that I'm genuinely not sure he can. With the state of this place currently, and we don't have the facility to remove the stone.
After this, I'm not sure he will.
Make more slaves. 9.
I don't think... Once the gentleman is aware that somebody came to claim the debt that the bank owed to them, I would hope they would be very cautious in gathering debt further.
I don't know. They do all work in a bank. It's kind of
Of course.
soulless.
Otherwise, I could break his face with my fists.
Well, saying that, just tell him that there's an angel of death down there. She won't be a problem, but don't have any more ghosts down there.
You know what? I like your thinking. Let's definitely have that conversation.
That's literally what I said, but
Yeah.
just a little more elegant.
Look.
Oh, yes, I forgot you're an elf.
Wow, you're super combative.
Anyway, children, can I approach this ship?
Yeah.
Do I feel any like energy or magic coming off it?
Yeah. You swear you can hear the storm as you get closer,
Cool.
and like the creak of the wood, and you can hear like people shouting very, very distantly.
Am I feeling any strange impulse to do anything?
No, but it's within reaching distance now. You could literally reach out and touch it.
Can I touch it gently with the tip of one finger?
You sure can, and
Carefully.
you disappear from sight.
Am I still there?
No, you're standing on a ship.
In a storm?
Yes.
Is it the ship in the bottle?
Yes.
Can I feel like the wind and the sea? And
You are on a ship in a storm on the sea, and you have all these people running past you with like unfamiliar elven being shouted back and forth.
do they see, can they see me?
Yes, they can see you, but they're in too much of a tizzy to bother you, because ahead of them you can see jagged, ragged black rocks jutting from the ocean. They are desperately trying to change the course before they run aground. Everyone else, you just saw Rhylind disappear.
Ryland? Ryland? Okay, cool. So that's good.
So, here's a question. Nezor, if I start breaking those earthen rods or whatever they are that connect this plinth to
Chainy bits.
Yes, what's going to happen? Because I'm about to do that.
Well, I'm
Can
not
I
an
borrow the hammer?
expert.
Oh. You never gave
But-
it back.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I'm going to do an Arcana check on it all now that Ryland's especially disappeared.
Please express some concern.
That's a 12, checking the kind of magical properties of this.
You think that the bands that are coming off this are part of the magic, but you're not certain. If what you just saw is that, whether it may be related but may not be the same thing.
Yeah, like, sure.
Because for someone to suddenly disappear,
Yeah.
unless she's gone invisible,
Yeah.
No.
Right, well then,
So rather if you're invisible, poke me in the ear.
Charlie smashes one of the anchoring things with his hammer.
okay.
Suggestion. Nezor, your thought thing. Can you do that in... do you have to be able to see them?
No, if I know where they are, but I guess I don't necessarily know where she is.
Have a informed guess.
I go over to the bottle and look. Yeah.
Mind your head.
So what, you're trying to break this?
I'm not.
One of the copper anchoring
Yep.
things.
Roll an attack.
That's a 1.
The hammer bounces off. High or low?
Let's go low.
Okay, the hammer bounces off and goes flying into the wall behind you. You are very, very thankful it did not head towards your head.
Good lord. Rhylin's going to be... Sorry, guys. And I touch the bottle.
Yeah. I think that's happening simultaneously. Like, you have, like... Oh, we should use the magic...
Yeah,
metal-
Nezor, what about your thought thing?
looking in. And as you're leaning in and Charlie goes, sorry about this, touches it, you see Charlie appear next to Rhylind on the deck of this ship.
I wave at them.
Charlie, you are suddenly on this ship. You see Rhylind, and then the ship hits the rocks.
And I can see
It
that
hits
in
the rocks?
Yes.
All right.
I need you both to make dex saves.
Might I... Okay, so I have served on naval ships.
Yes.
See, the thing is, if I aid...
I rolled a 15.
Yeah, like, I would know what... Yeah, let me make my roll. Yeah, that's a... Do you want dex?
Dex save.
19.
Okay.
15.
15? Okay, you're fine. The ship lurches forward. A whole contingent of the elves are thrown into the ocean. The bow of the ship breaks. The mast collapses, and the ship begins to rapidly sink. You manage to find your way to some flotsam, and then amongst the dying in the ocean, and Scan, you're able to see this. There is this captain standing on the back of his ship as it goes down, sort of just singing to himself. His breastcoat opened, and he's swigging from a bottle, and he just drowns with this ship. And then you're back on the ship again.
Yeah.
Right.
I thought they'd caught in a loop.
Yeah, right.
There's
Well, this is vaguely upsetting.
I would like to touch one of the copper rods with the knowledge of my unstable magic coursing through me, see how it reacts. Like my method of figuring shit out is far less.
You feel nauseous for a second and a little bit revitalized. You're like, oh, I feel marginally better. But
Is it like land sickness? Like when you've been at sea for a while and you're back on land and
yeah. It's
the world doesn't move right.
Yeah, you're feeling very, very queasy. Are you wounded at all?
No.
Okay, never mind.
A shame.
So meanwhile on the ship, is it just happening exactly the same way it happened the first time?
Yeah, except this time above the din. Like, it takes a bit for the part of the story that you've just experienced to happen, but you sort of hear the first mate giving out orders, people running around on the ship. Charlie, do you speak Bashano?
I certainly do.
You can gather from what's going on amongst the crew is the captain's been out of sorts the last couple of days. So the first mates kind of had to pick up the slack. It's like just, they're basically cussing him out because like we're way off course. Around that time, that's when the captain makes his appearance on the bow, and he's still drinking, and he's just staring down this reef and just drinking and sort of singing to himself.
Well, I'm going to have to do at least another loop then.
Can I look up into the sky?
Yeah.
Can I see?
Storm clouds.
Okay.
Yeah, so at the call of the reef, is there someone at the wheel?
Yeah, the first mate.
Okay. How long was the time between the loop starting and the reef being noticed?
2-3 minutes.
Okay. Charlie's going to know he's going to have to ride this loop out and go through it again. Because I need that time.
Is time passing in there the same speed?
From what you're seeing? No, it seems to be like slightly accelerated.
Okay, so Charlie will turn it. Rhylind, we're going to have to go through that one more time. But hopefully we might be able to divert this accident to the next loop.
Okay.
That might fix this problem.
Okay.
So I'm sorry we have to drown again, but also I've got one thing I want to do. And so Charlie like puts a hand on Ryland's shoulder. Like, no, like I'll be back. Walks up to the captain, grabs the bottle from his hand and smashes it across his head.
He goes down like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah. These people's lives are in your hand, you drunken sod, and sticks a boot into his gut.
The first mate sees this and draws a saber. Get away from the captain!
This is no captain. You're going to die. You want to die for him? You need to move this ship.
We would die for honor.
There is no honor in this, you fool. And then Charlie will basically rush him and punch him.
Yeah, sure. And while you're fighting, Rhylind, what are you doing?
Standing there with my mouth open, go, what the fuck are you doing?
I am watching this.
Yeah, this is something that angers Charlie and Captain.
Skairn is like, oh my god, he says I have anger management.
Charlie would, do that, and then basically I want to, like, Sparta kick him off the top down onto the lower deck. Yeah.
Thus is Charlie's house!
Yeah, basically just kick him through the railing and...
Sure. Rhylind, while Charlie is distracted, you see the captain come up behind him, cursing, draw a pistol, and blow Charlie's brains out. Then the ship crashes and you drown. And you're back on the deck.
Is Charlie there?
Yes.
That was satisfying to watch.
What did we miss?
Charlie just got shot in the head.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
I'm going to touch it with Mage Hand. Is it bigger than, what is it, 5 pounds, 10 pounds?
It's £10 is the mage hand limit, yeah.
That's to pick it up, but touch it.
That'd be fine to, like, it'd be easy enough to pick up. It's only a ship in a bottle.
I'm going to get my Mage Hand and I'm going to try to pick it up.
I hope you don't go in there.
Abella, you're standing on a ship deck.
Oh, for the love of God!
Well, now we know, okay?
Once is an innocent mistake, twice is,
Turns out
bravery, 3 times just don't
I tried with Mage Hand!
Oh my God.
So this argument's actually attracting attention from some of the people who are working on
Oh, for God's sake, try and stop the ship from crashing, why don't you useless cretins?
One of them says, crashing?
I'm gonna, just while we're still out, try and message Rhylind.
Sure.
Because I'm guessing I would have seen Charlie try and do things, and I'm gonna be like, on this first try around,
Skairn is like chuckling.
So I literally just have to point my finger at her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna point my finger at her and just be like, Rhylind, can you hear me?
She can, you're standing next to her.
I didn't touch it. For the record, I did not touch the bottle.
And now he's just scared.
The urge to throttle someone is boiling up in Rylind's chest.
Charlie.
I'm gonna need my dice.
I am not touching it, nor am I casting any spells on it, because I feel like at least one person is going to have to be out here. Oh, I kind of wish
that it was
you could message me, but I don't want to get tracked in there.
So, Charlie, what are you doing? Bella appears, there is an argument, and then Nezor appears.
Oh, sure, but like, the thing is, that would happen without Charlie there, because as soon as it restarts, Charlie would be moving up to the first mate.
Okay.
So, unless, at the beginning of the loop, they all appear, then it'd be like, oh, good lord.
Yeah, sure. Now, were you doing anything, Skairn?
No, I don't think so at this point. I'm just going to sort of watch and see how this plays out.
Hrosh is interested in the bottle.
Yeah, so am I.
Roll an animal handling check.
Oh.
No.
I said, no, don't. Nat 20. Plus,
Yeah, he doesn't. He
plus 6.
He takes the paw that he had outstretched.
He goes, I'm like, no.
No.
And he does the guilty face? Yeah.
Well, he would get the message from your brain. Like,
you
that
want to
is,
go and stand on a tiny ship?
Yeah.
He's very interested in the bottle, though.
Oh, dude, I like it, but don't touch it.
So, Charlie, what are you doing?
Okay, so Charlie...
You can hear Rhylind screaming at everybody.
Yeah, Charlie moves up to the first mate in Bashano. He goes, this is going to sound really weird. I know you probably... yes, hello. There's a reef. We've only got a few minutes. You need to move starboard.
He blinks a few times and goes, Le Mountain.
Yeah, but it's like, no, seriously, we don't have time for this. We need to move hard starboard right now, or we're all going to die.
How can you know this?
Please, trust me, I'll explain it once we're not all going to die.
Roll a diplomacy check.
So, persuasion?
Persuasion
So
check.
frustrating.
That one is just a 15. Plus persuasion is 1. So, 16.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, so
I would have just stood on the bow and said, land ho.
he blinks a few times and corrects course. Who are you? I didn't remember. You're stowaway on the ship?
It's... okay. This is going to be really weird to explain, but your captain's soul has been sold, or he sold it to a bank. He's trapped in this scene. I've been here in this scene 4 times now. 3 times, sorry, don't mean to lie. It happens over and over again.
Roxette, Captain! You hear from the crows.
But we are turning, no?
You're turning.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And then the captain, he's going to come out drinking from a green bottle, drunk out of his mind.
As you say that, the captain comes out. But
I'm just Groundhog Daying it.
But
no one believes this ever. Every film you've ever seen, I'm just like, this is not the way to do this.
Yeah.
You have to manipulate the situation so they don't know.
But you can't say that because you're outside.
And Charlie
and
has
also
no
don't know
idea what a
Groundhog
Groundhog Day is.
I'm going to wait and see if they can't turn the boat.
Give me an intelligence plus water vehicles check, and you can roll this at advantage.
And that's an 8 and an 18, so 19.
Okay, so you're pretty confident that by the time, because of the conditions of this weather, the ship is doomed to run aground no matter how hard they turn. They don't see the rocks soon enough. The ship is turning, and they're desperately trying to re-rig the sails so it would allow them to get enough gust to turn, but it doesn't work. You sink and unless anyone else is trying to do something at the same time, you drown.
I was screaming, this is why I don't like boats!
Yeah. You shout, and the captain stares at you and drops the bottle, and then the thing hits and he goes flying forward and everyone dies.
Do I notice that happen?
No.
Do
Abella,
I
you do that.
recognize the captain?
No.
No,
No,
you
sorry.
really
You
think
recognize
looks a
him from previously, yes. He's the captain that you saw in the hallway.
Oh, he's all ghost!
He's not. It's a memory. It's his last...
Yeah, he's alive. Like, this is a living, breathing, presumably,
right.
elf. And then you're back at the start.
I'm going to swear in every language I know.
I just feel we need to solve this situation, and I think the reason his ghost is around is because of a lost love, and that's kind of you. In a gross, really gross way.
No, but I don't know how to solve this situation. Okay.
I'm
I think
going to try and hit the, do what Charlie did again.
Cool. Roll me an attack.
Yeah, because
I'm going to try to talk to him,
I think what it is it's not so much the situation.
It's preventing his ghost from hanging on.
Yes, yeah. Basically
same
giving
page.
the ghost
12.
closure.
Your hammer rebounds much like Charlie's did. You are able to keep a hold of it, but you are thrown a little bit off kilter.
Okay, carry on then, and I will look at my other things that I could try.
Sure.
Right, so we're back at the cycle.
Yep.
All right, where's this fucking captain?
How much of this would Charlie know that?
Well,
Charlie wouldn't have noticed much of it because he was dealing with the first mate.
having now altered course when you did and did it as quickly as you possibly could, you're like, this is
This ain't not going to work.
I don't think this is going to work. Yeah.
All right. So at the beginning of the cycle, it's like maybe his ghost is linked to. You need to give him closure here.
All right, I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah.
All right,
Through that
where is he?
door.
Okay, and I go through that door.
Yeah, and I scream out in Bashano, land ahoy, drop this, basically try and get those sails down as quick as possible.
Drop anchor and...
And see if we can't, even if it's not, we can catch that wind horribly and snap us off course.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to run up to the first mate and do the same thing.
I don't know what to do, so
Yeah, I got nothing.
I'm just going to try and keep my footing on this tossing ship and continue swearing.
Maybe you could help them with the sails and stuff. Like,
I don't know anything about
oh
boats.
yeah. Okay.
No, it's
I'm
basically
army,
either
not
know what you're doing or
navy.
get an arm caught in a knot that rips your arm off, or you get, it's
All right, I don't know enough about
savage or-
sails to make
yeah.
a suggestion. Cool.
Is the anchor, well, I'm not there, but the anchor chain, is it a chain or a rope?
It's a rope.
Right.
It's an older ship.
Yeah.
So, Abella, the door to the captain's quarters is ahead.
I'm just going to go and open it.
You open the door, Abella, and you see the captain leant over charts with his back to you. He is singing that same song under his breath, and you see the bottle like sort of sliding back and forth on the table where the charts aren't, and he catches it and just swigs from it and puts it back down and turns and sees you standing in the doorway.
Hello.
Jacqueline? You died. How are you here?
That doesn't matter. I wanted to see
I don't understand. He runs over to you and embraces you.
Yep, give him a big old hug back.
I thought I lost you forever.
It's okay, I'm here now. None of that matters.
You forgive me?
Yes, I do.
I don't deserve this. I don't deserve.
It's okay, we all make mistakes. I don't want you to torture yourself over this.
I should have been there when they came for you. I should have protected you.
You can't blame yourself for that. This is your life, and I always wanted that for you.
I will make those rebels pay.
It's okay, you don't need to think about them now. I just wanted to be happy that we're together again.
He holds you.
I'm just going to be murmur sweet nothings like, it's okay, I'm here.
I have neglected my crew. I have done to drink. This is...
Are you going to wallow in this, or are you going to forgive yourself and move on?
And it's on that move on, you fly into the head and the ship breaks apart and you drown. Hi everyone, it's Matthew here, your Dungeon Master, back for another round of, that's right, advertisements. You know them, you love them, let's talk about Nerds of the West. Nerds of the West are a board game enthusiast community based entirely on Twitch and YouTube. You can check them out at Nerds of the West. All you gotta do is go to one of these websites and look for them in the search bar. What's really cool is recently they reached 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. Quite the milestone, very impressive. And with that, they announced some changes to their Twitch and YouTube format. If you'd like to know more about that, I highly recommend you go check out their channels and see what's changed. If you're a return viewer or someone who's new, you might want to check out their back catalogue. They've got some fantastic reviews and also a bunch of Let's Play VODs. It's a great team. Our very own Nezor Valghoorlis, aka Tom Moore, is one of the nerds. You should definitely go hang out with him, and you never know, you may see myself or one of the other guys appearing as a guest on one or two of their streams. It's very cool stuff. You should check them out if you're a big fan of board games or if you just like chaotic, fun board gameplay. I'd also like to say a big thanks to Syrinscape for providing us with their sound library. As always, Syrinscape is a fantastic addition to any DM's toolkit. You can create absolutely fantastic moods, everything from high adventure to spooky, desolate, craggy wastelands. The sheer amount of music, soundscape, and atmosphere that you can create from the app is genuinely impressive. We use it for a lot of our scenes. If you notice a lot of the spooky, atmospheric music in the current episode, whilst they're down in the bank vaults of Rattou, that's all Syrinscape. And it all comes in a fantastically intuitive app that you can use for free. Check it out. Go to Syrinscape.com and download it today. No registration needed. You get 20 free sound packs to play with. The paid content is very reasonable. You can buy packages or do a subscription for the whole catalog. They're very, very cool, and you can definitely use it to heighten the tension at the table, whether you're playing virtually or in real life. Definitely check them out. That's Syrinscape.com. Lastly, just a couple of show notes. We know that we've not been releasing a heap of episodes over the last month or so. Unfortunately, that's come down a lot to personal schedules. There has been an absolute glut of work as we all come out of the COVID recovery cycle, and we are just run off our feet trying to make sure that our personal, professional ambitions are all being kept in order. But you know how you can help us have more time to build the podcast out? That's right, you can support us on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/therebedragons and consider being a patron at one of the tiers. We've got some very exciting news coming out
in the next month or so. More on that as we get closer. We've kind of been teasing this for a while now, but we are definitely looking at rolling out some new things. It's going to be very exciting. It's our first foray into this area. And if you're a fan of the world and the lore, you can check out the Westfall Side podcast. We have a series of episodes already up and out, which details the history of the Westfall family. It's been described to me by the people who've listened to it as sort of part history podcast, part roleplay podcast. It's been a lot of fun and we've definitely enjoyed playing it and we've definitely had great feedback from our patrons. It's been actually really incredible to see how invested people have become in, well, characters that are, by the time of the podcast, long dead. But it really does inform a lot of the background to Rylind's character, just through the sort of sensibilities that her family once held. It's a really cool peek into the mists of history. We loved making it. We hope you would love listening to it. Not only that, if you subscribe at the $5 tier or higher, you will get the episode that you're currently listening to ad-free, and all future episodes will come out a few days before the public stream. So it's great if you're wanting to listen to the story as intended without ad breaks such as this breaking up the story. But ultimately, it's a way for you to show support for the podcast, and we're hoping to roll out more cool stuff for you to take advantage of as we grow. So yeah, check out There Be Dragons on patreon.com. Well, that's pretty much it for us this episode. We'd like to say a big thank you for your patience in between episode releases. We're hoping to get back into a more regular scheduled program, and we've got, as I said, some really cool stuff coming up in the near future. Anyway, that's it for this episode's ad break. Let's get back to the story, and hey, thanks for listening. And you return to the beginning. You felt like you were getting somewhere.
All right. Okay. So now I know what's happening. Okay, that's fine. Damn it! It's fine. I've got this.
Skairn and Hrosh are still watching. Skairn says, "Shame they haven't thought of cutting down the main mast. Drop the sails, cut down the main mast. The whole thing will be an anchor. That'll stop them. Pity that I'm not there to tell them that."
Well, I mean, would that be knowledge that would be possessed by somebody else who served in the military?
It might be.
Yeah.
It's knowledge that Josh Walker possesses because Josh Walker is a sailor, but it's not something that most D&D players
When was the
would
last
think
time
of.
you were on a boat?
18.
Yeah, that's viable.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. That would be my next course of action.
That's something Rhylind could do.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan this time?
I'm gonna
cut
keep-
down the mainsail.
And I'm going to keep trying on my thing.
Yeah.
One of us will hopefully get there.
Well, presumably someone's going to tell me to cut down a thing. I'm like, great, I'll hit it with my axe.
Yes. Basically, it would be like, Charlie would be like, okay, let's try this. We're going to take down the main mast. That should hopefully slow us down. Rhylind, you're good at chopping things down.
Yes, I am.
I've already obviously left at this point.
Yeah. Let's make her the best she can be. So, full strength on Rhylind. Let's give it her best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rhylind, you were making mincemeat of this thing.
Also, just, well, we might have to defend her.
And different swear word with every axe swing. Shut up! Matt! Yeah!
Well, Charlie would again yell, land ho.
Yeah, the crew's kind of confused as to what to do because on one hand they have a dragon cutting down their midsail, and they've got a very tall human yelling about land, and their first mate's like, countermand that, and he's trying to regain control.
Yeah, I'm like, land ho, drop the sails,
Yeah.
Main mast down. I need you to turn, drop the anchor. Like, I've just taken over.
Yeah.
So nothing happens when I cast a spell?
No, it works.
Yeah. No, but...
No, nothing bad happens to you, no.
In the meantime,
You open the door and you...
storm in this time,
He's
throw open the door, singing our song.
Yeah. And he just sort of like turns wide-eyed and goes, Jacqueline? You're dead?
No, I'm not. I'm here. I escaped.
Escaped?
They just told you I was dead.
I did not...
Look, I'll explain all later, but we don't have time for that now. I really wanted to see
He just cuts you off in a huge embrace.
Aww.
Give him a big old hug back. Sweet nothings again.
There's rebels killed you.
It's okay. It's okay. No, they didn't. Everyone makes mistakes. All right, I'm here now and we'll work through them. Whatever's happened, it doesn't matter. We will work together. We'll fix it all. I promise.
I have been a shadow of myself. I have neglected my crew.
And I know that was out of love for me. That's okay. I'm
I
forgiving
am
you.
a broken elf, but now I am whole. And he holds your head and kisses you.
It's all good. I'm committing to this role. It's fine.
Yeah. It's a long kiss.
Okay. I'm
Kiss
there
him
for
like
it.
you
It's
mean
fine.
it.
Yep. I'm there. It's all good.
Are you like... is Isabella icked out about this?
Nah, not really. I probably feel a bit sorry for him at this point, so I'm like, make his last moments something nice.
So there is you can hear a commotion outside. Charlie, you've started getting into a fight with a couple of sailors while others are helping you, and then you hear rocks ahead.
Oh no! Have I succeeded in cutting the mast down?
There is a crack, and then the mast falls, and you hear people screaming, including the person in the crow's nest, going,
You're dumb enough for staying up there! I'm sorry.
That was pretty stupid of him.
Yeah, we started cutting down
Angry
there.
dragon woman standing at the bottom of the mast, cutting it down with a big axe. It'll take her a couple of minutes. He had plenty of time.
That man could get down from a crow's nest very
He's
quickly.
dying anyway. Like, no one in this is gonna live.
They're all dead already. That's
Yeah,
actually
the first mate appears in the door and goes, Captain, we have a mutiny on our hands!
Fuck's sake.
He looks from you, Abella, to the first mate, and then looks back to you and goes, I want to stay with you forever.
I want you to stay.
He kisses you again, and then you all die.
Okay. What are your opinions? Sorry.
The crew, he needs to get back to his crew. He's so stuck on wallowing in self-pity.
It's being a captain that'll move him
That's
on.
right, because it's a captain's
Yeah.
thing. Right,
Yeah.
okay. Right, good. Next time. Well, all right.
Unless
No?
One more time.
Back to the start.
Good fucking God.
We were getting somewhere.
My
Let's
brain's...
All right, everyone, same plan. Go. And I...
See, Charlie's brain was like, I should do something I can get away with.
go. Yeah, just like, shit, go.
See, Charlie was like, God damn it. And he was going to like punch Rhylind. Just like, whatever. Like, just do something because it's going to all start again.
too slow, Ron. Don't you?
Yeah, but then also he realizes she'll remember the next one.
It's just like, oi, mate, get down from there. It's not going to end well for you. What?
Yeah, it's like, what is... Oh my God! Going
I
there.
followed the same script
Yeah.
Charlie's...
up until the Madlong Pash.
How long did... Because it really would work. Like, it'd stop the boat dead in its tracks and would swing it 190 degrees.
It's... You watch it and you're like, boats don't move like that.
Hey?
Your scanner's like, boats don't move like that. It's almost like a force is... It's like,
it?
oh, you did everything right. And then it still goes on the rocks. It's almost like the rocks come to it as opposed to it goes to the rocks. Does that make sense?
Right.
Because it's not what's important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Charlie's going to try and speed up this mutiny.
Nezor catches on and is like, oi, you want control of this ship? And like, it's like, we can go somewhere.
Charlie
we can take this ship and get like,
finds
basically
the weediest,
yeah.
most pathetic,
And then
easily
you become his
overcome
hype
guy
man.
and start trying to feed this shit into his ears.
He's like just full,
this
Nezor's
is-
just like full
He gets the
persuasion.
guitar
Let's
out.
go.
Are you using the spell to do that?
No, I'm just going like full persuasion. Trying to basically looking for like, the guy who's like,
And I'll be like, I'll be your muscle.
the guy
I'll
who's
have your
really
back.
complaining about
Yeah.
the captain, the guy who seems to be the one.
We'll get you to do a perception check on that one, but I'll come back to that in a moment
Sure.
because as you are all doing this, you belt open the door, I guess, and stomp over to the captain. And the captain,
I'm here, my love.
and the captain's like, Jacqueline, how are you alive? Yeah.
Go straight in for the kiss. Doesn't matter. Let's do this.
The kiss continues. Meanwhile, Charlie,
It doesn't matter. I'm alive.
Let us kiss with tongue.
Charlie, you go over to this weedy guy, and I guess start.
Yeah, 16. My perception's 24.
Yeah.
Just to pick out the guy.
Yeah, you pick out like one of the lowly like deckhands. What are you saying to him?
Basically, I walk up, and as I'm walking over with Nezor, I'm like, you need to convince him that this is his ship now. I have his back. I'm the biggest
well, I
man
don't speak
here.
Bashano, that's the problem.
Yeah,
Oh, good lord.
it's all French to me.
I'm just like,
People are on you, like trying to stop you.
I walk up to that guy, and I go, look at the state of this ship. You'd be much better captain.
What?
Look, this is being chopped down. The captain's a bloody drunken sod. First mate has no balls.
Can I headbutt one of the guys who's trying to attack me?
Yeah, you've got a stowaway destroying the ship, but with somebody, somebody like me. Yes, but it's like, but I will back you up. You look like you'd be a good captain. I know ships. I've been in the Navy.
Roll a diplomacy check with disadvantage.
Okay, well, one was a 12, one was... So, the 12 is less, plus persuasion's a +1. 13.
He steps back and goes, "You're one of those rebels I've heard of in the mainland."
Do I look like a rebel to you, dickhead?
There is a rebel aboard! And he points at you and some of the nearby people.
Yeah, that'll work. Ha ha! That's right! I am a rebel! Yeah! And I'm going to grab him and throw him off the boat.
Yeah. Elf overboard!
I assume I would have heard some of that shouting.
Crack.
I'm assuming I would have heard, like, rebel, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Engage from the kiss.
Yeah.
I love you and I want to explain everything, I really do, but you're needed out there. I know it's been hard, I know it has, but now is your chance. There are rebels on your ship, they're here, but your crew is out there and they need you now. And I love you so much, but you need
he
to go.
draws his pistol and a saber and just goes, "I will be back for you, my love." And he wraps his arm around you and like tips you back and goes in for full pash. And then he goes out, and as he does, he like swings his blade in a flourish and it like throws up sparks. And he
God.
Can I, outside, I have gone back to the lectern and I'm having a look at what's in Vault 9.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just like, they've got it covered.
Yeah, it's empty.
Do you want to engage in whatever other combat there might be? Oh, no, I guess it's probably another thing.
Yeah.
So he charges out?
Yeah, he charges out and he goes, "I name you traitor!
Aha, I am a rebel! Rebel! And I throw another one of his men off the boat.
Can I hear it?
No, it's like watching a...
I have left Hrosh.
Yeah.
He's standing and his tail, he's like a cat looking at something through a window.
Yeah.
And his tail is flicking from side to side and he's up on his hind legs looking, because it's obviously on a plinth, so he's looking into it and he's not touching it, but his head is like about 6 inches away from it.
Like a cat looking into a fishbowl.
Yes, he is watching all of you intently. The tail is flickering side to side. It's sort of, he's not agitated, but he's keenly interested.
Yeah.
Hrosh 9. And then I go back to the thing and I look for what's in vault number 9.
So the ledger has nothing written on it, as previously established.
Oh,
It's
right,
blank.
yeah. Then I look for more detail.
About...
You said this was just the generalized ones. I'm just going to see if I can't find out.
What are you specifically looking for?
For more detail on the contents of the current vaults.
Cool. We'll do an investigation check, but we'll come back to that shortly.
Sure.
I feel like Nezor is just like off to the side, like
He's playing a battle tune, like...
It's a +1.
No, he doesn't want attention.
20.
Nice. I will address that shortly. So back in the insane clown show that you have created on the ship, the captain brandishes the pistol at you, Charlie.
I am a rebel!
Yeah, as he says, "I am a rebel," he goes, "Then you shall die!
I will kill that wench of yours again."
And I'm gonna yell, "Get him, my lord!"
Roll.
Tail still frantically and then the mast falls down.
The mast has already fallen down, but roll initiative, please, everyone.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, good. That's a 21.
I have 13.
11.
Efficiency bonus as well.
9.
Yeah.
But captain gets first go.
Cool.
Probably energized from a big old smooch fest he just had.
Must have rolled. Yeah.
So the order is actually the captain, Charlie, the rest of the crew, Abella, Rhylind, and Nezor. I want to see art of this eventually, of Hrosh watching a mutiny on a bottle.
And loving it.
Yeah, having a great time.
It says, this is the dog that has seen another dog on TV and is like, and the dog is barking and he's like, "Ooh, I'm having you." Ears perked up. Yeah.
Like the frill out.
I remember this.
So the captain charges towards you, Charlie, brandishing his sword, and he takes quite a while to get there. So it is now your turn.
All right. Charlie's going to... He'll move 30 feet, and then he's going to yell, "Witness my rebel magic!" and use his lightning lure.
All right, cool. So that uses the key point.
My theory is, like, I'm trying to remember how far back the Bashanov Rebellion was when they had the 3 guys.
This is it, yeah. Yeah.
Okay, he needs to make a strength save.
Okay.
16.
He did not succeed.
So then he's pulled 10 feet, which will bring him to me.
Yep.
And he's going to take 2d8 lightning damage. 7 and 5. So 12 points of lightning damage. Which puts him up close.
Can Rhylind shout out, maybe let him win?
I plan to.
But you said not in Bashamo, so...
Yes.
Yes.
I don't speak Bashano, so
Yeah.
I've been probably
So
shouting
I bring him close to
make
me.
sure that he understands.
So what exactly, how does this look? Like he's charging to like sword or...
So he's running, and
Yeah.
Charlie will run 15 feet forward and yell, "Witness my rebel magic!" and fire out some lightning and pull him towards him.
I think it just like wraps around him like a...
And like drags him to me, and I'm like, "Your death will solidify our rebellion." And then I'm gonna really ham throw a punch.
So you're not actually going to hit him, you're just going to do...
I'm just gonna be like, "Whoa," and hand punch at him.
Oh yeah, he easily dodges that.
Yeah.
I will stain my dick with your blood. And then then goes like, tries to get out of the blue.
When he's like, "I'll sting your deck with the blood," I'm like I stained the floor with your wenches.
Oh, that doesn't... Oh,
What?
okay.
What are you doing to the wenches that causes stains?
No, to his wench. I'm referring to Abella.
Oh.
Trying to piss him off.
Yeah. Oh no,
Calling his love a wench.
Oh, okay.
he mad.
Yeah, and I'm saying that
No,
it
right, I'm with
it
you,
was
sorry.
me that personally killed her,
But she's alive.
but,
It's fine. He's all a bit confused.
he's still
I just-
confused.
I just shouted
Yeah.
and kissed him and told him to go fight a rebel. He's not sure what's going on.
I love you. I will go and kill the rebel. Bye. Weren't you dead?
Basically, right? It's all a bit
It's been a weird day. I'm very drunk. Yeah.
Well, that's actually probably what's helping the situation, to be honest with you. The remaining shipmen that were being dealt with by Charlie are now advancing on you, Nezor.
Fun times.
And they are drawing out small knives.
Extra fun times.
Yeah.
Oh no. You found his weakness. My greatest fear. Small knives.
They're proportionate to his body, so it's more terrifying.
What's your
Just
AC again?
normal knives.
What's your AC again?
13.
Okay, well, one of them stabs you in the gut.
That's not fun.
That's not
Very
nice.
nice.
And you're pretty certain that this thing still has fish gizzard on it. And deals 4 points of damage.
Is 2 of it lightning? 2 of it poison damage from the fish gizzard?
Possibly, but that would be more
Potentially
like,
later.
that would be like sepsis.
No, it's not sepsis.
No, it's, they haven't been sticking it in poo. Well,
Yeah.
fish poo, maybe.
No.
Sepsis is just infected blood. It doesn't have to necessarily be by poop.
But anyway.
When we time looped,
Yeah.
did I get spell slots back?
No.
Worth a shot.
The 3 deckhands around you, Rhylind.
Shank me?
No, they're actually trying to like grab you, to arrest you.
Because they're upset about you cutting down their
Yeah.
main source of
They're a bit
propulsion.
salty about that.
So
no
beat
shit.
beat a DC 22.
21.
No, it doesn't beat 22,
Wait,
unfortunately.
did you roll 16?
Yes.
That would be 23. then.
Yeah, plus you also have bull strength.
Cool. Yeah, no. The first guy you shrug off. The second one comes up behind you, does not beat. I mean, can you beat a 3?
Yes, with her athletics.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the last one attempts. Can you beat a 12, please?
Yes. Yes, 18.
So it's something out of
Very
a.
upset if
Can I
that
just
one
elbow
worked.
one of them in the throat?
It's something out of a Three Stooges skit. What you're seeing right here, they're just like falling over you, and
You're carrying a plank over your shoulder, and you just keep turning over to try and help them, and you
Yeah.
just take out the next one.
I mean, it's almost like that. Yeah. Abella, your turn. You're watching your hubby or lover.
Charlie,
How close? I know. Yeah. My plan is I'm going to dash in and go, I'll help, and then stab you.
just stab me.
I'm not going to stab
He's
you.
not going. I'm not wearing a shirt. He will tell you didn't actually stab me. Just stab me in the stomach. Do it.
Stab you in the stomach.
It's
Stab
cathartic.
you in the shoulder.
It's cathartic.
I'm
Shoulders
seriously
less.
considering going in there now.
Okay.
You're not there. You're not there. You didn't hear that
I'm reading the
conversation.
book.
You weren't there, man.
Okay.
You weren't there.
Okay. I'm going to shout, "My love, I'm coming for you!" And then I will
He's like, no,
Dash
this is
in.
dangerous.
dash in, drawing my dagger, get real close, and I'm just gonna shank him in the shoulder.
Is this like a consensual stabbing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to allow it to happen.
All right, cool. Roll
Take
down.
this, you rebel scum! Was that a Star Wars reference?
Mate,
Yes, other Barry. Yes,
as
it
it goes
was.
in, I'm going to go, my blackened rebel hearts. And sort of like drop to my knees.
I guess it loosens the thing around him.
And I'm going to
Yeah.
fall on him dramatically, swooningly.
Yeah.
Kind of like, oh gosh, I did that. It was so scary, but I did it for you, my love, and
He goes,
now we
"I
can be
know.
together.
Let me protect you for always.
Okay.
Terrible.
I'm going to brandish my axe and love to say, the rebellion will never be crushed!
There is much like
Sounded not
for the
bad.
king. And
Fuck the king! Oh, my
that
heart!
sort of stuff. Is that all you're doing? I mean, you can totally.
Chop a guy in half.
Yeah.
Just to add like that.
Sure, I chop the nearest guy in half.
Yeah, roll attacks.
Leave
Like-
him in twain.
You're all dying.
18.
oh yeah, that's
Nice.
a good hit. These guys have like an 11 for
Plus
AC.
7. So that's D8. Where's my D8? I do 5 points of damage.
You cleave him in twain. So you like axe up. The rebellion will
Never
never.
die!
I will do to you what I did to that mast.
It's just, oh my god, the crazy lizard woman.
I understood that!
You got lizard woman. You don't think they called you a bitch, but there you are.
I assume it's equally unflattering.
It's from what far as you can tell, they just didn't. They don't swear on this ship because they're good little boys from back in the day.
They're in the king's service.
I say the
Yeah.
few bash no swear words I know.
They are aghast. That words of those nature are coming from.
Are they more offended than that than they were with their
They're
comrade
surprised.
being cut in twain?
Oh, they expect that in combat. They're surprised that she would stop to swear and use such horrible language. Yeah, Nezor, you get it. It's gonna be the captain's turn, but Nezor, what do you want to do? This little drama. You also have a fish knife in you.
I have a fish knife in me. The fish knife can stay in me for now because I'm not an idiot.
It hurts a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm just gonna pull my rapier out if it's not out already, and stab the guy closest to
Yeah,
me.
roll an attack.
That is a I can't remember what I had 6, so 13.
Yeah, that hits. Roll damage.
Sweet. That would be 6 points of damage.
Who are you attacking?
The guy closest to me, one of the guys that tried to
The,
stab
the
me.
one who stabbed you.
Yeah, because he
he's now
doesn't have a
dead.
knife.
He's now
No,
dead.
in fact, well, don't stab him then. He's disarmed.
I stabbed him. Well, to be fair, he stabbed me, and I'm like, "Fuck you, dude! I'm just trying to help."
Yeah, he's like.
Helping by rebellion.
He's like vomiting up blood and falls off the side of the ship.
Also, if you came in after we started this, Charlie would be like, know that you're here to stab me, be like, my rebel comrade is here. Just like, stab me now, bitch.
All right, back to the top. So the captain, and like you're clutching to the captain. He's like,
I'm like, most of my weight's on him. I'm disguising it as like, oh, I'm so
Are you
faint.
doing a Princess
Oh,
Leia in
yes,
the Star Wars poster?
Absolutely. Like clinging to him, just be like, stay down, fucker.
to Charlie.
I'm
Yeah.
like trying to keep him down with my body while masking it as like, oh,
Yeah, he's like,
Swoon.
he grabs you and goes, I will protect you, and then turns and goes, know that you have met your death this day, rebel, and he beheads Charlie.
I was gonna say, before he gets to, I want to be like, I will be like, my blood will stain you forever, and spit on Abella and him, spit some blood on them, just like, and then be like, I'm so sorry.
and then you're decapitated.
Hrosh's tail swagging has like gone a lot more frantic, and I'm like, I sort of wander over and I'm like, oh, that's good.
It's the moment Charlie's head is separated from his body, the sun just comes out, and it's like
The giant scan face.
for like a moment. You can see outside the bottle, but then the light becomes blinding, And Skairn, you're watching the glass, yes? Mm-hmm. Need you to do a dex save.
It's about time you did something.
And Hrosh, actually, if he's that close.
Yeah, he would have been close.
You need to be
Hrosh
15.
got a 19. My deck's 17.
Okay, that's good. You're like, oh, this is going to explode.
Well, it starts to glow, so I take it. I rush, actually. I grab Hrosh and rush back to the lectern and assume the pose of casually reading the book.
Does he do that thing that cats do in cartoons? So you grab him and the top half just kind of puffs up. And
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happens. But
like the rabbit when you grab him underneath his arms.
Yeah.
yeah, and then you hear like a dull thud, like, and the tinkle of glass, and you're all standing in this room, and the ship in a bottle is no more. The metal that is around it has actually bent back from it and twisted away. And yeah, you're standing in this vault.
Charlie's fine.
Finally.
Still has
Everyone's fine. If you took any injuries, you recover your HP. You do not recover spell slots.
Yeah. Charlie's going to immediately turn to Abella and go, I'm so sorry, I'm
I'm
so
going to
sorry.
immediately turn to Charlie and be like, I'm so sorry for stabbing you. Oh my God,
but
are
I
you
spat
okay?
my blood in
That's
your face.
fine.
No, it's
That's
not.
Fine.
I'm
It was
so
annoying, but I
sorry.
stabbed you.
That's
that
fine.
must have hurt.
I asked you
are
to
you
do it.
okay?
Yes, it hurt like
okay.
shit.
Good
But
acting. Good job.
It
and I
wasn't
reach out, shake
like
his hand.
Charlie takes her hand like,
And we shake
I'm
each-
sorry I
You're
spat
fine.
blood
I'm
in
sorry
your face.
I stabbed you.
It's
okay.
fine. I asked you to.
You're fine.
I asked you to.
You're
You didn't ask me
It's
to spit
fine.
blood. Okay.
Children.
I beg your
You
pardon.
did very well.
Thanks for the help, Ken.
Yes.
You look like you had it in hand. I have learned something interesting, I assume. From a nat 20 plus 1.
Yeah, Viola has a vault.
Oh my God,
Viola
we shouldn't go in there.
has a vault here.
Look, that woman can theoretically kill people by touching them. Maybe we shouldn't
Or
go in
saying
there.
words. Yeah, it's an interesting thing.
Anyway, well done.
So she has a vault
4.
down here.
Fucking Vault 4.
Yeah, okay.
That's one.
Why are we
Hey,
bullying this poor old lady?
What's
Abella?
said about what is in it?
Remember that one time that we all asked you what was going on? And then when we found out Viola could kill people with words,
What does it say is in it?
Book.
I said,
is there anything you want to say? Because poor little Charlie here is really confused.
there's a book in there.
Oh no, I don't think Charlie's confused because he.
I mean, I am.
Charlie doesn't know there's anything going on with Viola.
No, but he got like a bit of a weird feeling from her, didn't? Because we had the thing on the gutter.
Did we mention to you that
Yeah.
she killed a man by a touch?
No, you didn't, but...
Well, I was in a room and she was in the corridor and there were 2 men out there who were trying to kill me and she turns up, says something, and I come out and they're both dead.
Yes, but Nezor shoots lightning out of a guitar.
Yeah, but I'm not a sweet old woman.
You'll be a
yeah,
sweet
quite.
old man when you get old.
Okay, anyway,
Okay,
shall we proceed?
Viola is dangerous enough that she has a vault in the deepest depths of
She
this
has
bank.
the deepest, darkest dungeons of the most secure vault in Rattou.
So the thing about Viola is she is absolutely 100% a gang leader.
Oh.
Like 100%. And I couldn't say anything because we were in her house and she has ears everywhere.
Yeah, makes sense, I
think
guess.
we're okay here. But also maybe not, so we should probably get the fuck out as soon as we
But
can.
how would you know that?
Because she threatened me.
Why?
Because she found something about my past that I'm not comfortable revealing. It was involving a man.
Let's get to Vault 5.
Yes, that sounds like an excellent
Do we want to
idea.
have a look at the book in Vault 4? And I'm asking this to you because
Yes,
you
I
actually
do.
know a little bit more about her.
Yes, I do.
Should we do...
Shall we deal with 5 first?
Yes, I was going to
No.
say, should we do 5 and 9 first?
I mean, let's do 4 first. Because
That's the extent I know of her.
I'm not
No.
calling you a liar, Abella. I'm
Lie? Can
just
I check?
concerned.
Check to see if she's a liar.
Yeah.
Are you trying to lie about?
You are lying.
Roll a deception.
She's
Opposed.
lying about the...
But I'm also lying pretty well.
I
You
was
need
going to
to-
say, I figured she just wasn't...
Roll a deception check to set the DC, and then you roll an insight.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no. 14.
Okay.
16.
So you know that Abella is lying to you. You're not sure what about.
Okay.
I think that's the takeaway here.
And also, I did
fantastic time to be talking about this stuff. I really love the timing, guys. It's great.
Sorry.
I'm actually genuinely. You're in the middle of a vault. There's all this shit going on. You're like, let's stop and have a discussion about trust.
If we're going to have a look in Vault 4, I suggest we do it before we break the curse, because if we break the curse, then they might be able to tell we're messing around with stuff down here.
That's exactly what my thought was as well. Brilliant as ever.
And Skairn gives no indication that he doesn't believe her.
Okay.
He's like, okay, fair enough. So
Also, I will just point out, I said I wasn't comfortable revealing much more, but it was about a man, so...
Yeah, I figured you weren't telling us the whole story, so for Charlie, he was like, there's more to this, but from what she's said, the bit she's given us is true. That's what I...
Yep, sure. So, you want to look at Viola's stuff? Or
Charlie's already there.
All right,
Yeah, here's the thing. We can't stop Charlie.
okay, let's look at Viola's
Don't
stuff.
touch it.
Yeah, Charlie just sort of pushes it.
You see a chest with a padlock in the middle of the room.
Don't do anything to it.
Look, given that we've just spent... How long were we in the thing?
Only about 5 minutes from this end.
Felt longer because we died a bunch of times.
Well,
but
we
yes,
only did it.
It
like
looked like
4 or 5 times.
It looked like time was going faster.
Look,
We were there for
Look,
about an
I
hour.
don't know about you guys, but I've died enough times today without messing around with whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I don't want to piss off Viola.
If we could learn something, sure. But
If she is the head of a crime family, we already got one of those pissed off with us in the city already. Let's not do another.
I'm not keen on
Which
with that chest.
makes me think. Look, let's talk about this afterward. Let's close this door,
Yeah.
Vault number 5.
deal with 5, and
Vault number
let's
5.
have a discussion after this.
Sure. Nezor,
Yes.
me old mucker. Any sign of ghost collector lady?
No.
Good. And it's not great, but she's yeah, good. Okay. All right. Let's have a look in 5 then.
Okay.
And I go.
So you open the door and the room is pitch black.
What's that? What's it called?
What do your elf eyes see, Abella?
Oh yeah, I can see through. Can I see anything?
It's pitch black.
What's
I mean,
that?
my eyes are almost as good as yours for that.
So the room is pitch black. You cannot see into it, even with your superior elven dark vision.
I shoot a puff of sparks in the direction of darkness.
The minute it hits the edge of the darkness, it dissipates and disappears.
That's what I expected.
Prestidigitate.
That was prestidigitation.
Okay. Well, look, we tried.
We tried to close the door.
Does it dissipate like on a field?
Yeah, it goes like maybe an inch in and then just you can't see anything.
I take my harpoon and just poke in.
Yeah, and when you pull it out, it's intact.
Okay, cool. Then I walk in.
Yeah, it wasn't a sphere of annihilation if that's what you meant.
No, I walk in a step to see, like, once I'm in the darkness.
It's pitch black.
Okay.
Walk back out.
I walk back out and I'm like, still dark. It's not
Cool.
just like a blackness
Let's
thing.
get some rope.
Ooh, I
I
like
was just
that.
thinking that.
I unloose some from my shoulder and tie it around my
We're
waist.
all
And
tied together.
And I think
one person stand out. I hesitate to like to relegate the big strong ones, but the big strong ones get ready to pull. Why don't like they aren't big. I'm happy to just go around and grope around in there until something happens.
Sure.
Alright,
My other
volunteering.
question is this, from what we can see, the same rough shape as the other vault?
Indeterminate.
Was 4 the same shape as 3?
A slightly different dimension. It was like slightly longer than it was wide, but yeah.
But it's like this is literally open the door.
I go over to 6.
Darkness.
Yeah, it's very similar to 4.
Okay. Out of curiosity, what's in there?
It looks like paintings, family heirlooms. It looks
I walk away from it very, very quickly.
yeah.
It's like I close out and I check to make sure Bella hasn't seen.
I'm not going to take anything. There's too much risk here.
But was the shape the same?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to assume it's not a hugely large room. So I hand Charlie or Rhylind the end of the rope that's around my waist. And I look at, I say to Hrosh, stay.
Cool.
And then look at Abella.
Yeah.
You mind?
What?
Oh no, go for it. I tap my shoulder for Hrosh to jump over.
What I'm thinking is that you go in and go left,
Yeah.
and I mage hand and go right.
Okay.
And that way we can just kind of
Oh, hang
see
on.
what we can.
Yeah, sure. Just let me. I step back in again, just one step, and then I say, "Can you hear me?"
Yeah, you can hear him.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Would this be just a darkness spell?
Most likely, Like, I'm going to do an Arcana check.
Can you dispel it?
Let's do an official. Let's do an official Nezor checking what this is. That's 18.
Yeah, this is a darkness spell.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fairly sure this is just a darkness spell. I have no counter to that, so I reckon we go in and see what we can find.
Sure. I carefully walk around, trying not to, deliberately not stepping on anything or like just shuffling my feet rather than lifting them high, and moving with my hands out and just slowly, not wanting to knock anything over.
Okay. So you're just moving straight
I'll do a circuit of the room first. Probably getting to about halfway. What I can feel.
You can feel those bands of metal on the wall. Very similar to the way.
Copper?
Yeah. Well, they're cold metal, so you would imagine they would be.
And do they feel the same as the one that I touched in?
Yeah, you're getting that sort of nauseous feel.
Okay. I make it about halfway around, and that's all I found.
Well, you go halfway around to the left.
I go around to the right, and
yeah. As you proceed, basically where the bands were built into the wall in the previous vault, it's effectively the same here.
Yeah.
And each time you touch it, you get that feel.
Yeah.
You get a
so there's
for a second.
3 bands?
Yes.
I come back out and I say, yeah, I think it's pretty much exactly the same, unless you want to talk to Nezor about what he was doing with his mage hand.
Yeah, I was just kind of rummaging around the room.
Like, you can't get a sensation from it.
Yeah, no,
So
it's fair.
I
It was literally
retraced
just
my
like,
route.
more for me, it was, does Mage Hand disappear if it touches something?
You wouldn't be able to tell.
It would cease to
You're
work.
pretty certain it's still there,
Okay, cool.
if that helps.
Yeah, that's all I was checking.
I come back out, I retrace my route and come back out and I say, feeling like it's probably this. I only went around the outside, but I feel like it's probably the same layout as the first time. Which
What was written down in the book for this room again?
Hammer.
look, the only way to resolve the whole.
How about I touch it again? That worked so well the first time.
Well, it did eventually.
Yeah.
I want to go this time. It was boring reading the book after a while.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to stay here, I guess, but
Hand Charlie the rope and.
I was going to say, could you put your brain talking thing on me? Maybe we might be able to communicate.
I'm worried about that because last time.
Okay.
That's what took him in.
Okay, so why don't you? Because Skairn wants to go in, you're going in. Put it on Skairn, you go in.
And see if you
And
can
see
communicate
if you
to
can
me.
communicate or whether you just immediately get teleported.
Or if you teleport me in. So you go first,
Yeah.
and then see if you can message out.
Yeah, okay.
And if
well,
that
I guess
tags me in.
I'll be like, okay, everyone.
Do we want to send the smallest one first?
No, I don't see
I
why
can
not.
handle myself.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I mean,
And if not, run in 5 seconds after me.
If I don't hear from you within 15 seconds, I'll come.
Sure.
Okay.
So I'm going to message Skairn and just be like, cool, got this going.
Got the rope on.
Yep. Straight into the middle of the room to see what we can.
I'll
hang
hold
on.
the rope.
yeah, you hold the rope, please.
Okay. So yeah, you walk through, and I guess you're doing that thing where you put your hands out.
Yeah, it's dark. I don't know what I'm going
Yeah.
for. Eventually, I'll touch something.
Yeah, you touch what feels like a plinth,
Yep.
and you run your hand up the plinth, and then there is sort of a flat part, and then you touch something cold and metallic, and it's a hammer. And
So it's entirely metallic, or
no, the hammer head is metallic, and then it's got a wooden haft. It's a small warhammer.
Okay. Like miniature warhammer.
No, as in it's a warhammer, but it is on the small side.
Yeah.
It fits quite easily in your hands.
Yeah.
And it doesn't teleport him somewhere.
No.
What
have you
found?
Okay. Well, there's a hammer here. Big surprise.
I am shocked.
But it's quite small. Like this isn't a construction hammer. It's a war hammer, but it's a small war hammer. It's a war hammer I could potentially use.
Can you pick it up?
That's what I was about to try next. So let's I try and pick it up.
You do. Unimpeded.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
Bring it back out.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk the hammer out of the darkness.
As you move forward, outside of the vault, the field of darkness moves out of the room.
With where I walk. Okay. Interesting.
The hammer of darkness.
Does anyone say anything?
I wouldn't be able to tell this is happening. So I was.
I would say, Nezor, are you moving?
Yeah.
Stop.
Okay.
Because I'm sort of the rope had gone slack, so I'm moving backwards in front of the darkness.
Darkness coming towards
the
you.
darkness is moving.
Right.
Probably send it on the hammer then.
Yes.
Scan.
Yeah.
Roll me a... Actually, all of you who are not within the field of darkness, roll me a perception check.
6.
12.
Hey,
Sorry, 4. I don't get +2 on that one.
27.
You know what they say? The best fail is a crit fail.
Charlie,
Say that?
you are starting to
I
get
don't know.
worried.
Hopefully, maybe now.
The nice ghosts you saw above you before are now flickering visually, like rotting and looking a lot more horrific. They seem to be paying you not quite as much the attention that you had before, but they're noticing you again.
Okay, so, but they get it like they're decaying.
They're decaying, but they also look unfriendly.
Okay, so us moving the hammer seems to be upsetting the ghosts.
Was
And
it
I
that?
sort of point up.
Okay.
Well, I'll take it back onto the pedestal. I have an idea, but let's
I was going
just
to say,
see
yeah,
if this does something
take a
first.
step towards the back,
Yep.
towards the pedestal, and I'm watching the ghosts.
Yeah, so I go back towards...
The ghosts remain the same.
Okay.
Okay, maybe we're just looking into this.
What's your idea? I was just gonna hit the pedestal with the hammer.
Cool. Do it.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I take a swing with the hammer at the pedestal.
Okay, roll me an attack at disadvantage.
What? Why?
Because it's pitch black.
Oh, okay.
That, and I don't think I'm actually proficient with it, but...
Yeah.
That's a... That'd be a 20...
On disadvantage.
no, yeah, so I rolled a 14 and a 17.
Nice.
And then...
14's enough to hit.
Plus strength, so... Actually, no, it wouldn't be anything. It'd just be 14, because I'm
Yeah,
not
14
proficient,
hits.
so...
Alright, roll your damage.
That is a 9.
Okay, now roll me a deck save.
Yeah, I was waiting for that. That's alright. I'll take it. 16.
16. You are rebounded as this thing hits the metal straps
Yep.
that are along the plinth. And you, what was the damage that you rolled total?
9.
Okay, you take 4 points of damage.
Yep.
And you aren't thrown backwards, but as you bring it down, there's like a chime sound. It's like a gong noise, and that darkness effect immediately blinks out.
Hey.
In its place, you can see a small halfling family, a mother, a father, and 2 boys, who have all, from appearances, been brutally murdered with a hammer.
And we see these guys too?
Yes, everyone sees them. Roll initiative.
Not natural 20, motherfuckers.
Yeah, same.
9.
7.
And then the ghosts. Interesting. I rolled really badly for them.
Karen and I have to roll off.
What's your dex then?
Mine's 6. Actually, no, that's the thing. Yeah, 16.
You've got way more dex than me. I'm
Yeah.
only +2 on dex.
Okay, so Nezor, top of the round.
Yeah, like, I know it's combat, but I'm going to try and talk to them first.
Okay.
I'm going to be like,
You're the one holding that hammer.
yeah, I want to drop the hammer, because I've just hit it.
Yeah.
It's rebounded back a bit, and be like, hello, we mean you no harm.
You killed us.
Did not, but that's sure, cool. Just because they seem to hate me already, I'm going to cast Shatter. It's a 10-foot sphere, so obviously I'm going to do it kind of just behind them, so it'll hit the hammer as well. I will get
Can back off.
You can move and then cast it.
Oh yeah. Cool. So each creature must make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Creature takes 3d8 on a 3d8 thunder damage for what it's worth. On a failed save, half as much on a successful, and
Is this
each
considered thunder?
yes,
Okay.
each non-magical object also takes that damage. So give me some d8s.
I literally rolled 3 3s and an 11.
Amazing.
This is interesting. That's all I'll say.
Oh no, we're all screwed, guys.
All right, 3d8 thunder damage coming. 4, 7, 2. That is 13 damage to them, and they have.
Yes.
So this wave explodes from the origin. How do you do it? Like your wave?
It will always be with my guitar, unless said otherwise.
Yep. So yeah,
But it's like a loud ringing noise. So this would be guitar
That-
strum.
the wave of force thundering in this chamber hits them, and they're clearly affected by it, but not particularly much. And then it hits the hammer, and the hammer shatters, and there is a wail from these 4 spirits as they sort of just dissolve into mist and just drop into the ground. Very well done. I'm going to give you inspiration for that, because you were going to fight these things and not deal with the hammer, and you picked up on that. And
Thanks, Charlie. You're the best man.
you just fucking short-circuited that whole encounter.
Nice.
Nice job.
Grats. Well done.
Not in combat anymore?
Nope, they're gone.
So my next question is, how are the ghosts now?
They have retained their visage, but they do not appear to be
Angry.
angrier, no. They are the same level of annoyance.
Yeah.
All right, so, well done. All right, adventurers, you are now in the bottom of this vault. You need
How do we open vault number 9?
9.
Yeah, does the book help here, or do we gotta press the magical button somewhere? Because you said the middle bit moved.
It looks like it raises. Like, there is very clearly like a lip, and then a groove, and then another lip. Like...
Yeah, well, if it raises, what's it above? Because that might be... That's what I'm guessing is where Vault 9 is.
Move and raise.
Is there any instructions in the book?
Yeah, all right. I look at that. It has no markings for what's in Vault 9, but does it say anything about it on the entry for Vault 9?
Unfortunately, no. Everyone can roll me a perception check if you'd like.
Nat 20.
Oh, very nice.
Crit fail!
Yeah, Rhylind.
Boom!
21.
17.
Okay, anyone who got above 15. Previously, I had mentioned there was this electrical magical field that was jumping between the different parts of where the lodestone had come through. That seems to have dissipated somewhat, like the sound is no longer as pronounced. Nezor.
Yes.
You, with your natural 20, detect that presence that you felt before above you, and you think that with a bit of work, you probably could get back into that mind state again.
Mm-hmm.
Do with that information what you will.
No, I'm just trying to think.
Or continue to try and open Vault 9.
Can I just poke it with the handle of my axe?
What, Vault 9?
It is poked.
I'm gonna let them do, and I'm gonna kind of sit down and look upwards.
Okay.
And just kind of chill a bit after that little rush of shattering.
I wanted to look in the book to see if my family name's in there.
Okay, interesting. That would require an investigate check.
17.
You go through, you look under the Roughhouse name. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because I am a little bit spotty on some of the points of your family history, but your family...
I'm only the third generation who's been in wealth.
You don't find any results for Roughhouse, but your grandmother's side has an entry, and it shows that the family's vault was actually emptied circa 60 years ago. They actually had like a branch of the trading house out here. It looks like they were losing a lot of money. Like they weren't making an income here.
So
But
they
yeah.
packed up and left.
Basically.
Yep.
Would you be familiar enough with your family history to be aware of the situation around that? What was happening 60 years ago?
Oh,
Was there a war?
It's not exactly his family.
I wouldn't understand. Well, I wouldn't necessarily understand why, but my grandfather would have come to be married into the family before that, but he wouldn't have inherited it until after that.
Was there a war or anything?
There was a border war about 70 years ago, but that's...
So
Doesn't fit the
probably
timeline.
once the war finished, there wasn't income to be made, or, you know, like...
Or Brashino didn't want...
Yeah, not certain. It just wasn't viable from the seams of it. I want to investigate DuPont's name.
Okay.
Good, yes.
All right.
That's a 12.
You don't find anything relating to DuPont.
No?
No.
What's the name of the wizard?
Archmage Mano.
Look for Archmage Mano. I feel like Mano is a surname.
Charlie wouldn't know who that is, but...
I have no idea, but I'll Google it. 14.
There's no mention of Mano.
Can I move up to the book and have a look?
Sure.
I'll probably ask you, like, hey, what are you looking for?
And just a few bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Could you look
Find
up
anything?
my name?
Oh, I doubt you have anything of that.
99. My sister.
Okay, hang on. Oh, we had too many people talking to me.
999.
Oh, your name, your last name is Thurfthurfthurn.
Yep, that is exactly how you pronounce that. That's fine. I've always said it.
99. I'm actually sorry, not looking for Thulfar's son. I am looking for Fenia's daughter. Begins with an F. F-Y.
That's a 13.
You don't find any reference to that.
Okay.
Or the sea bitch.
Oh, wait, there's so many entries. Like, whole page. No, that's fine.
I'd like to make a deposit into my account. Oh, yes, what name?
Under
The,
the name
Sea
Sea
Bitch.
Yeah.
I have an account at a pizzeria called Josh the Pirate, so you know.
That's a pizzeria, not a bank.
No,
Only
it
because
was.
the bank wouldn't let me.
I was just seeing if we could get any information about Dupree, see if he does any business here.
That's a good idea. Let me have a look.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Investigate, yeah?
Yep, investigate.
This is going to come up as like a crit fail or something. Very close. 5.
There's no mention of DuPont.
Anyway, I'm still just kind of chilling, relaxing.
Yeah, acting all cool.
Yeah.
Playing some b-ball outside of school.
Looking up at the where I feel that presence.
It doesn't take you long to kind of shift your perception, if you will. And yeah, you see Whisper just floating there. She's looking at you, and then she descends.
Yep.
And stands in front of you and goes,
Yep.
Well done. You have freed several spirits bound here. But I fear the last is beyond your capabilities.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
You would not survive.
Well, that's not good, seeing as you know those kind of things. Where is it?
It lies protected beneath us. And it is unlike its fellows. It wishes to be here.
Is there a way to get there?
I am unable to interact with the physical.
Is there a way I can get there?
Yes.
Are you able to tell me how to get there?
She gestures to the ground, and you notice that there are like a number of breaks in the ground with regards to how this this circular pattern runs around. And she points at them and goes,
These pressure plates are the key to releasing the vault. When pressed in the correct order, the being within will reveal itself.
Okay. Do I need to figure that out myself, or can you just tell me which ones I need
she
to
smiles
press?
and just points at 3 of them.
Yeah.
And it's effectively you just need 3 people to stand on these separate corners.
Hey, Skairn, Rhylind, and Charlie, can you just stand on these 3 little spots?
I warn you, once you have opened the chamber, you must flee.
Personally, or all of us?
All who are living and wish to remain so.
Okay. We'll do our best. Guys, don't do that straight away.
I've like lifted one foot up and I put it back down again.
Scanner's turned around and stops.
Yeah, I guess you would have seen me look up and then look down and then start talking. So it's beneath us. It's pretty dangerous.
Okay.
So dangerous that Death Lady thinks.
I am known as Whisper.
So dangerous that Whisper thinks we should stand on these 3 spots and then run away.
I love this plan. Whisper gets a thumbs up from me.
I have no particular issue with the whole running away thing. That's
So I guess
if Whisper thinks that's a good idea, I am all down for a collector's advice.
But run away and then do what?
Is Whisper going to deal with the thing that's in there? Is that the idea?
as far as I'm aware, she can't interact,
Well,
but
then why are we
Well, is
opening
it
it and running
literally
away?
just something that needs to be opened in order for it to be disengaged? Can you check that with her?
You can see this. They can't. She just sort of looks at you all a little bit like perplexed or vexed, possibly. She goes,
It is no longer of the physical realm. It is a spirit.
Yeah, like,
Well,
isn't she here to claim their spirits? And there's a fucking
Oh,
spirit
so
in
it's
there.
going to release a ghost and we have to run away from it, correct?
He is not incorrect. But it is no meager spirit. It is something far older and far more powerful.
you are close, Charlie. It is apparently much more than a spirit, so let's
do this.
In defense of my previous statements, however, the last 2 things we interacted with were not just spirits. They were, in fact, physical things.
Yeah.
Which she couldn't
Correct.
interact
No, that's
with,
fair.
which was,
kind of the point.
Okay, so I am going to go stand near the... Oh, okay.
The question that I get to ask, do I get to ask it now? Or after we've fled, we will talk later?
If I survive, and my task here done, I shall come to you.
Totally fair. I just don't know what you got to deal with here, so I'm just checking it out. nothing else we should know or do before we help you here?
She thinks for a moment, goes,
What I must do battle with here would flay the soul from your body in mere moments. Once you have left this place, it would be wise not to dwell on it.
Fair enough.
What did she say?
It's very old.
Uh-huh.
It's very powerful.
Okay.
We probably shouldn't dwell on it too much.
Oh, good one. Now I'm going to think about it so much.
Constantly.
Well, you can just
Just put
going
the
to-
do not press sign on
I'm
the
going to
bloody
wake
bottom.
up at 3 o'clock in
Well,
the
you
morning and be
can-
like, what about that ghost? What about that big old ghost that one time? It was really old.
Your friends are very excitable.
And Skairn looks at while this is Skairn looks around and goes, I'm okay with not thinking about it, Rhylind.
Oh, I'm pretty good about not thinking about things that upset me.
Oh, are you really?
Let's do the thing. Could you be furthest away from the exit? because
That's
you're the
my
fastest
plan.
runner?
That
Yeah.
was my plan.
I'm going to be nearest the exit because I'm not standing on it.
I'm gonna go over with.
Which is
with
amusing because
Bella.
you're actually faster than running than most of us.
Oh, well, in that case, should I probably stand?
You're also a cow.
Like in terms
I am.
in terms of like mechanically, you can run 30 feet a turn faster than I can.
Well, are we going to do this?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah,
it.
I'm just gonna get up by the exit.
Same Z's.
Thanks, Whisper. Guess I'll see you round.
she does not respond. She just looks at you.
Okay, we press the thing and go.
Okay, you.
Charlie's about to, and then he's like, what if we're unleashing the great evil onto this world and she can't deal with it?
It's when Whisper's got it. She's like a
But
death lady.
Is she? But like, what?
Yeah, death
I
lady.
mean, we moved a thing and that fucked up the world. What if doing this
I-
fucks up the world?
I trust her.
Sure. I don't not trust her, I'm just...
I'll be honest, I want to get the fuck out of this city.
Can I do
Can we
a-
just do the thing and run?
Can I do another religion check? Because he has raised a valid point. Given what I know of the spirit ladies, of the collectors,
Yeah.
they are trustworthy, and
Roll a
fucking mighty.
roll a religion check.
Oh, that's a nat one.
You have no idea.
Okay.
You're like, I know they come collect the souls of dead, but I never paid attention in Sunday school.
Yeah.
It's like she's been right about everything so far.
But she's still here and appears confident?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm willing to trust her. Also, I'm sorry that I doubted you, Whisper. I hope it's you that takes my soul to the place I get to rest.
Whisper seems completely unfazed by the statement. Like,
I just kind
okay.
of smirk a little bit.
Cool.
All right.
And we all stand on that thing.
Rhylind and I have been standing for a while.
I adjust everything I'm wearing so it's all like packed down
Aerodynamic.
good. But I'm still holding my axe because just in case I have to swing it at a weird spirit.
I'm more worried about the ghosts, but yeah. I guess, yeah, we'll get away as far as we can.
I would.
But also kind of paying attention to the ghosts because I'm interested in that.
I'm not keen.
Ghosts are agitated.
Yeah. But, like, I'm interested to see what happens when it happens.
Sure. The stone depresses and you hear like a click. The base of this thing pops up and then rises on 4 pillars. And inside you can see there is a bleached skull sitting on this pillow with 2 inset diamonds for eyes. And as it appears, Nezor, you see Whisper spin her scythe
Yeah.
and say,
At long last, your true death has arrived.
You can tell that the bleached skull's attention is drawn entirely towards Whisper. The spirits in the room begin to writhe and clutch at themselves as this thing levitates from its plinth, and an unearthly voice echoes out through the room.
Fucking run.
Yeah.
Run.
Literally,
Do you
literally
want
run.
initiative?
I would like everyone now to roll initiative.
I really want to know what it is.
22.
Same as me.
So,
Who has the higher dex?
Him.
You both.
We have exactly the same dexterity.
+5.
rock, paper, scissors.
You can
Actually,
go
I
first.
prefer Charlie.
You go
first.
first.
You go first.
No, you.
I am not playing
Ladies
these
first.
damn games.
Abella, you go first.
I'm just going to run more.
Abella, you go first.
Then you
Abella,
run.
Charlie.
Not natural 20.
17.
Unless
I
Scan.
got 7.
Okay. Oh.
I rolled 4.
It's gonna get to go before you.
Probably. I don't know what Whisper is, but I know what it is.
Oh.
In fact, I'm not
You are so fucking lucky. I rolled a 2.
It can't have great decks.
Oh, actually, it has pretty good dex. What did you roll again?
7.
What's your dex score?
Really?
Yeah.
18.
It goes before you.
Hang on.
It's got a +5.
No, mine's 8 then.
Okay.
Sorry, initiative 8. I've been looking at my proficiency bonus. Yeah, sorry.
You are lucky.
Yeah,
It goes
8.
after you. You sure?
Yeah, 8. 4 plus 4.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I trust you.
You can look at my sheet if you like.
No. I'm happy. Okay. So, Abella, what are you doing?
Running.
Yes.
I am running away.
Okay. Good. You are moving your full movement, I guess.
Yep.
So that's 60 feet.
Fucking bailing. Yeah, I'm also dashing.
Yep. I am sort of imagining like this slow motion run. Everyone like just powerhousing out of there.
To be fair, I want to get out of here and be like, why the fuck do you have something that dangerous in here, you dickhead? So,
And why didn't you tell us that when you sent us down there?
because he doesn't care about us.
I saw it, right?
Yeah. Everyone saw
Do
it.
I know what it is? Would Scan be able to roll to know what it is?
I don't think anyone in this party would know what the hell
Have
this
any
thing
idea?
is.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think Abella and I saw it. We
Yeah.
were.
Anyone who was down in the depression would know what
it
it
looked
looked like, but anyone else would not. So yeah, you're just running. Okay, so yeah, you would basically be up the stairs around the corner and be heading towards that hallway that you came down where you first encountered the salty sea dog.
Don't look back.
Charlie, no, your turn.
Not going to.
I'm going to hold my action and put myself behind Scan in the initiative.
Okay.
So essentially, I'm dropping my initiative to behind Scan, so I'll be matching their speed, I guess.
Though none of you, perhaps Nezor, can see this, Whisper begins to rain a hail of blows down upon this skull, that each strike of her sight is intersected by an arcane sigil, somehow blocking her from coup de grace this thing. They break from their engagement and circle each other within the well of this vault.
Next is Rhylind.
I'm running. Can I hear anything behind me?
Don't look, don't look, don't look.
There's like a wave of power just hits you. It's not like the sort of thing that'll throw you off your feet, but like you,
If I had hair, it would be standing on it.
and you can hear this awesome battle taking place that you are not looking at all.
So you say that.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, I can't for the life of me metagame to know whether I would.
Yeah. Look,
But Charlie would.
Charlie would. I feel like if Nezor told him not to, Charlie wouldn't.
You didn't tell me not to look.
Did I
You
not?
told me not to think about it later.
it's Nezor's turn.
Yeah. I was already going to do this. I'm going to keep running, but shoot a finger gun back at Charlie and be like, "We're getting out of here. Keep in contact. Let's keep going." And then I'll keep running my 50 feet.
50 feet? All right. So, yeah. Just like everyone's running, and then all you can see
Everyone
is...
just bolts past.
Yeah.
I feel it's literally going to be a Charlie catches up to me
And picks you up.
He will.
Yeah.
If it wasn't so insulting, I was tempted to try and do that with you two. But I
reckon you
Rhylind
could-
would be like stabbing me in the ribs, going, "How dare you!"
Scan would be fine with it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Scan, it's Scan's turn.
Is it? Wow. Scan best bolts. He's either holding on to. He says, "Hrosh, go to Abella," and after I've gotten my 60 feet, he then swoops to get to Abella, if that's possible.
I'm not sure you can chain movement like that, but all right.
I would have put him
it
on
has
her
its own
shoulder
movement.
beforehand.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
look,
I'm
I'm happy
sure
that.
you did that before.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she
Yeah,
actually
no,
held on to
yeah.
her. He was on her already.
He was already on me, yeah.
I've never
From
taken
the-
him back after
Yeah.
after
No,
that. business,
exactly.
yeah.
So it's
So he
fine.
was
He's
there
with me.
already.
You're all good.
Yeah, all right.
I probably would have taken him back, but then I would have put him
Is
back
the
on her
wind
shoulder
like rippling
again.
his ears as she runs?
Yeah.
He's
He's actually hunkered down.
I think he's making a sort of like, must go faster kind of sound. Like, yeah. I believe, Charlie, it is your turn now.
Oh, it is. So everyone's, 60 feet in front of me.
I ran and I said, "Come on, Charlie, don't look back."
Fuck you. That's
He's gonna look, isn't he? And then we're gonna have to rescue.
Remember when I said stay in contact?
When the angel of death tells you don't want to think about a thing, don't look at the thing.
You can know later. Charlie.
Take a wisdom check for yourself.
No. Right now, other people are in danger. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to do something. My focus is you guys.
Yeah.
Alright. Just if I run full speed. I'm fairly certain if I run full speed, I will be at the front of the pack.
Run and grab Nezor and then go for the rest of the way.
You'll be just behind.
I just don't want to leave you behind. That's
all right.
the thing.
I'm okay. Like,
You'll kind of be-
Rhylind and I can actually kind of take care of ourselves. We're not the squishy ones.
Oh, no, I know, but it's the sensibility of not
absolutely.
leaving somebody behind.
I would even, it was like, Rhylind, Charlie, maybe pick up Nezor.
So I'll run, stop, grab Nezor, and keep running.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you book it.
Making very sure I don't look backwards.
You book it out of the lower vaults.
So, it is now the Skull's turn. However, you also got really lucky with your initiative roll, and its attention is entirely focused on Whisper because it is basically in a death battle with, funnily enough, the Angel of Death. So, I'm going to say that you are now out of turn order as you flee towards the entrance of the bank vault. If you decide to turn back and help Whisper for whatever reason, you will be rerolling initiative, but I don't think anyone's doing that because you all took Whisper's advice very sagely. You hear the trading of blows, although if you were to look, you would not see the origin of these blows. You would simply see a skull locked in a cyclical combat in the center of this chamber, with arcane energies forking out from its eyes as it does battle with an invisible foe.
You, I guess, make it your way back up as fast as you can.
Yep.
And as you run into that initial antechamber, where you saw the stains on the ground, the shaking and tremoring below stops, and you just hear this ghostly, like, scream.
Does it sound like Whisper?
It's-
But when Nezor
Does it
would
sound
know.
like the voice that said I will not go down easily? Because
Yes.
we did hear that.
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, we come out, halt out of the...
Well, you run up to the door, and the door is actually still barricaded.
I'm just going to shoulder check that door.
All right, strength check.
I'm just going to... Whoa!
Just Nezor over one shoulder.
No, that's a 5.
It rolled backwards.
Yeah. I'll still take that 5. Yeah, you hit this. It's pretty solid, but the noise is enough. It moves slightly.
I hit it again next to him.
Yeah.
And I presumably help action, so reroll.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's better. That's a 17.
As it bursts open, like, you can see people taking stuff away from it, and then you're let out of this vault.
The bank manager there?
He's nearby.
As in I can see him?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep running and then hurl Nezor in his direction.
Charlie, no.
Okay.
No, as in just
Charlie, yes.
Nezor,
throw
yes.
Nezor at the bank manager.
It's like, well, I don't know.
What the hell did you have down there?
So, it's been taken care of then?
Yeah. Answer the question.
What was that? You know, the funny thing is, we didn't take care of it. You know what did take care of it?
An angel of death!
She just showed up because she was the only thing that could.
No.
I just work
actually,
here.
No.
No.
You do not get to tell us to listen. It is taking me so much willpower not to shove your little head
You gotta remember at this
down
point.
and out of your ass.
Charlie.
No. I had a problem with the fact that you were enslaving people. I had to endure their torment.
Anybody.
You shut the fuck up.
Which, by the way, the Death Angel also had a problem with that, so I really would not do that again.
Yeah, you're not in the right here.
I am the manager of this branch of the bank. I am not responsible for the security systems. As I understand it, that was set up many, many years ago.
But did you know what was down there?
Ghosts.
I mean, I would say that Madrigal might be able to counter the fact that you had nothing to do with the security system, as he helped you set it up. Also, I think the Justicars might be interested as to what's going on here as well.
Quite aside from the valid points my friends are making, you say you had no direct involvement in it, but you did say earlier you can always get more.
Yes.
Don't.
No, there was literally a Death Angel there. Like, she will come back.
Literally a supernatural being.
I will run it up the chain to head office.
Oh my
Could you please?
If you,
Are
if you-
literally
if you
pissing
don't,
off gods.
Look, on your head be it on that one.
Listen,
I just put my hand over his mouth because I am still on his body.
Madrigal was sitting nearby with like a cup of tea. He just puts on the counter and goes, I helped rework some of the runes.
Charlie's knuckles are like crackling.
I don't know anything about ghosts.
Yeah, like it's just like crackling with rage.
Okay, Magical, you're fine.
good.
You're not a part of this.
Get this man his fox.
And
Get
us our money.
payment.
And then we're getting the fuck out of here.
Listen, I feel that tempers are running high, so
My hand is still on his
Crackles
mouth.
a bit more, so it's just like
it's like, I understand that tempers are running high, so I'm going to suggest that we all retire to a sitting room. I get you some tea, and you can recuperate from what was clearly an ordeal. I will then sort out your money, and
Here
I
and
will
now.
then also sort out Madrigal with his familiar.
Yeah.
You can make your way
Perhaps my
away from
friends
here.
should leave, and I can deal with.
Charlie's like puts his hand on Scan's shoulder
Abella would like a scone.
and goes, "Could you get my like these knuckles are still like? Could you get my share for me, please?
Oh.
I'm leaving."
I put my hand on Nezor's. I put my hand on Nezor's shoulder and say, either go with Charlie or make sure he doesn't do that until we leave.
That's fair. No, I'll go with Charlie.
Okay.
Everybody else, you're welcome to come with or not if you can control your tempers until we deal with it.
If you swap the tea for something a little stronger.
I'm sure that everything can be worked out.
Maybe it should just be me.
If Nezor's catching on, I would yell to Nezor, "I'm going to kill him."
The thing is, I don't know if you guys recall how you got down here. You were lowered effectively on an elevator from the room, so you were just stomping around the background looking for a way up.
Start climbing the fucking shaft.
Let's give him the chance to at least raise it higher.
Nezor, I don't have time for your logic right now.
I would very much like a stiff drink and someone to tell me what that was.
Madrigal will, I'm certain, have some idea when we describe it to him, but we'll do that later.
You are all, after Charlie has calmed down a little bit.
Charlie isn't calmed down at all.
It's not calming down.
rising.
Yeah. You're all placed on this platform, which is again raised up to the office, and you are escorted out into like a side office where things are provided to you, like tea, black scones, like something a bit stronger.
Because like on the elevator, Charlie is standing there like breathing heavily with his knuckles crackling, just staring at the bank manager.
The bank manager actually returns the stare very evenly.
He's welcome to. I do not give a fuck.
Yeah, no, but like, as in to the point that he's not intimidated.
I'm not trying to intimidate him.
No, I
like
know.
Charlie's beyond intimidation. Charlie's
No, I know, but
so
like, I just wanted to give you an idea of like how he's reacting.
Yep.
He's like, I'm sure this can all be sorted out. There doesn't have to be any issues here.
No.
I assume you and Nezor leave to go talk to the Justicars.
Yeah.
The manager disappears for a little bit and then returns with
Is Madrigal with us when that happens?
Madrigal's with you, and he's just like,
I basically grabbed it. I'm just like, there was a skull with diamond for eyes, and it said it would not go down without a fight.
What is that? Do you know? Any idea?
It was
From a
very
dis-
spooky.
From the description?
I don't really have any knowledge of that particular field. What do you want from me? I did 2 semesters at a wizard.
No, this is fine. So
Read a book, Madrigal.
What did you do?
Burn!
I'm sorry, I'm
what-
just really mad about things right now.
What did you do down there?
So there was some deterioration on some of the runes.
It's much worse now.
Yeah, Charlie
The
was
rock
going
is
for it.
crumbling.
The copper is flaking away.
You know the rocks that have come through, like the shards.
Right.
Much worse. It was leaking this sort of anti-magic mist. You know how I feel whenever I get near it. It's odd. Everybody, when they step in that mist, they feel that. Not just me.
That's. I've never heard of that.
I'm suggesting to you, and when the bank manager comes back, Alex, suggest to him as well. You probably need to just fill that thing with rubble and make a new bank. I mean, obviously, you probably have time to remove all the things from the vaults, but the bank needs to not. That place is, I hate to use the word cursed, but it's
Oh, it's cursed as fuck!
I'm liking this town less and less by the minute.
I mean, the thing down there, we encountered a seeker, a collector, what we call in the north, basically one of the handmaidens of the Lady of Bones. She was there to rescue all the souls that had been trapped there. Unfortunately, she couldn't actually do anything about it herself. She had to get us to do that, and then she could escort them away. She was, like, the fact that they have gotten the attention of the god of death.
I had to pash a dead sea captain several times.
Yeah.
And you did it really well.
And
I'm sorry, I love that. That's just like this deeply serious conversation. I had to patch a dead guy. It was great.
there is something...
I drowned like 5 times.
But this woman, this angel of death, says to us, you don't want to even think about the thing that you're going to bring up. When you open the vault, run. I would not have wanted to be involved in that.
Okay. So was there a question, or you just...
No. I'm just filling you in on what else was down there.
I feel like you needed to talk to someone about this. So that's fine. I'm here for you, valued customer. But yeah.
I prefer more shankings.
If you have my advice, don't live in this city.
Yeah, I've been thinking about moving, but we'll see how that goes. And as that conversation sort of comes to that stilted moment, the door opens and the bank manager walks in and has a sack of gold with him. He goes, so, understandably, you're not particularly happy with how that turned out, so I've decided to give you a little bit extra on top. Oh. Rather than the 2,000 and change gold, I've given you a flat 2,500. So that you can split it easily 5 ways. And then he looks at Madrigal and produces the cage with the finger fox.
Ah!
Now, as you can probably imagine, I have to manage the bank. So if you could finish your tea and vacate the premises, I'll send a coach if you want.
That would be
That'd
very
be
handy.
great. I would not like to finish this day with another shanking.
I feel I should, out of concern for your employees, and even you, who has been useful and helpful to us. What we met down there, I don't know if you're a God-fearing man or whatever. In the north, we have a deity. I believe you have her down here as well. The Lady of Bones, yeah.
Yes, I'm not one for immaterial things, but
well, she has handmaidens, these collectors. They bring the souls to the afterlife. The fact that there was one of them down, she was down there. We met her. Her name was Whisper, and she was waiting for us to free the souls that were imprisoned by the objects you had down there, so that she could take them away. But when she told, and she was the one who told us how to get into Vault 9, we didn't know how to do that. When she said, once you have unleashed it, flee, for it will kill you. And don't even think about it. As you say, you do not know what...
I think I know where this
superiors...
conversation's going, and then he produces another 500 ducats, and he goes, let's not mention this to anyone.
You have my word, I will not mention it to anyone.
And your friends?
I intend never to speak of this again, except when extremely drunk and far away.
Even then.
I won't mention...
He shakes the bag.
Oh, fine, whatever.
I look at Abella.
Look, it was a bit of an ordeal. I'm just saying.
I don't have any more money on me.
Well, fine.
Magical.
He's cuddling his finger fox.
Yeah.
Oh.
He coming with, though?
Finger fox sits on his shoulder much like Hrosh does. And I think Hrosh just looks at him as like...
Yummy.
No. They give you indigestion. You know this.
Hey, Madrigal, want a drink?
I could go for a stiff one, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's pick up Nezor and Charlie, split the money, and have a fucking drink.
So Miles, the bank manager, looks at you all wryly as you turn to leave and are discussing drinks and goes,
Thank you for banking with us. Thank you for listening to this episode of There Be Dragons. I am your Dungeon Master Matthew, and Abella DeRosier was played by Angela Leta Kaye. Charlie Roughhouse was played by Tristan Doust. Nezor Valghoorlis is played by Tom Moore, who also acts as our sound recordist. Rhylind Westfall is played by Keren Schlink, and Skairn Fellspar is played by Joshua Walker. If you're interested in supporting the podcast, please consider checking out our Patreon at patreon.com/therebedragons for additional material and content. You can also check out our website at therebedragonscast.com. There Be Dragons is produced and edited by Matthew Buss. There Be Dragons' original score is composed by Sean Tanian. You can find more of his work at seantanianmusic.com. There Be Dragons art is produced by Brianna Manning. That's it for this episode. Thanks for listening.